Hello, guys. Welcome back to the very interesting and more exciting day of the Falcons Champions Trophy. I would say we had a very nice chase from the previous team. They single-handedly, the man, he chased almost 140 runs. He scored century. So do we? I think we might be looking for so many games very similar today. We have two more games lined up for Falcons Champions Trophy. The previous one was Falcons Premier Trophy. So we have Shri and Vinith opening for Thundercats with Hafiji bowling. Has a very good opening bowling. Just 2 runs of the first over. It was very interesting. This is how most of the first overs were. But especially the previous game, we saw 17 runs from the first over, which is very rare. Let's see what these guys have got to do. So
Yeah,
let's talk more about
definitely like a really
Shri and
good
Vinith.
day for the Kuwaiti Premier Trophy. A lot of aggressive batting that we saw in that first match. Obviously, 113 runs for an opener, and Jude, assisting him with 27 runs as well. So, really quick chase. They scored the 145 runs that was required in just 8.5 overs. You want to obviously see some aggressive cricket like that as well, and hopefully in this innings you might be able to see something similar from Sri or Vineet. Do you agree, Kritish? That's how important the opening partnerships are, because if you have a solid opening
Definitely,
partnership,
definitely.
it
I
almost
completely
wins
agree
you the
with
game.
that because we have seen with the Chase, we saw a very good opening partnership. They scored almost 78 runs of power play. That is very crucial if you're playing here. The ground conditions look very good. The pitch is very hard. The bounce is really nice. It is looking very clear advantage for the batters as you see. Oh my God. The umpire is not convinced. Bowler is asking for
It's
an LBW appeal.
definitely him
Not,
pitching
I don't know
outside
what.
legs. I'm not quite sure what the appeal was there from the bowler, but again, nobody else really showing any interest, including his teammates. So I think that should have shown him that there was no need for an appeal there. But again, Jahangir probably wants to get his line correct, and Vineet and Sri need to get going. They've only scored the 2 runs between the two of them so far. Uh, Obviously, that's nowhere near what you need to score at this rate. We saw how important opening partnerships are again on that leg side. She not being able to take advantage of the poor line from Jahangir.
Not quite sure why most of the bowlers have been bowling leg side today, even though they know offside is the weakest point for the batters in this particular tournament. Jahangir keeps both of his balls very close to the leg side, giving it like an opportunity for Sri to score of it.
Yeah.
Let's see what Sri Raghava Krishna, his career stats are. He has played 83 games. Oh my God, that's very high up in the air. Is there a fielder below? My God, this. I think sunshine is causing a lot of drop catches during the daytime.
I
We saw
don't think it
earlier.
is. I don't think
Uh,
it is sunshine.
I think he didn't.
I think a lot of people they're not like active, in the field. You don't see them like walking with the bowler, and you these are like basics that you're taught when you're fielding from a very young age. Walk in with the bowler, show your intent in fielding, and we just don't see it with some of these fielders. And even there, it was in the air for a long time. Had enough time to get to it. It's a very weird stance. Obviously, outside leg stump guard from Vineet. He probably wants to maybe take on the. Offside, maybe that's why again he sliced it in the air as well. I don't think he's going to carry it to the fielder, but it's just clueless batting, to be fair. Like, he just hit the ball like in the previous balls, the batsman hit the ball in the air, and he's coming to bat now beneath, and he's done the exact same thing. That's all you want from your opening batsman. If you don't want to hit it in the air, if you're not confident in hitting it in the air, that's fine. But what you need to do basically at that point is basically just hit it into the ground. And if you can't do that, then you're not fit to be an opening batsman. And Sri probably now does this smart thing, guides the angle. There is a fielder there, but he guides the ball to that fielder. Utilize the base, utilize the conditions, take your time, get set within the with your mindset in the game first before you try to do anything outlandish. We saw somebody like Kader Wali a couple of days ago who was able to just go after the bowlers from ball one, but that's because of the difference in quality almost. And then something similar today from the two opening batsmen for Kuwait Swedish, who are able to go after the players from ball one. But if you don't have that level of quality, if you don't have that much experience, there's no point of you taking risks. You can just take your time, get used to the conditions, and then go after the bowlers. Don't you think, Kritish?
Definitely, I completely agree with you, Gokul. Because Sri, he got his life in the previous over, and he's utilizing it very well. He's not going back doing some stupid things of doing swinging the bat. He's had a good career. He's played 83 games, not very experienced, I would say. He's averaging about 15 runs per innings. Not the best for an opening batter, so he definitely needs to work on it. So if he plays positively like how he's doing it now, blocking some shots and just aiming for the loose balls, that is what you expect from an opener.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that sense as well. Somebody who doesn't have the best statistics career-wise, you probably want to make sure that they're taking their time and getting settled in. Almost takes his non-striker's head there. Vinith plays a really good shot, but good work in the field from long on to come and cover that. Obviously, the boundaries are pretty big, straight on comparatively. Not the biggest ground though, so you should still expect a lot of boundaries in this match.
Compared to Sri, Vinith has got a better average. He's scoring about 37 runs per innings. So we might be seeing a very aggressive batting from him. He's striking at 145 rate,
Yeah.
whereas Sri is striking at just 100 rate. So it is quite obvious that Sri is the one who is going to be playing very conservatively, whereas Vinith is
Yeah.
going to be aggressive.
I mean, the good thing for Thundercats is obviously they played that extra game between the two of these teams. Obviously, Trinity will be playing the one game so far in the competition. Playing that second extra game, I think, gives you a little bit more, again, I'm not quite sure what Vinny's stance is there. He's standing very far outside leg stump, goes over the offside there, and gets a boundary. Maybe that's the logic. He wants to have a little bit more room, to counter that angle when the bowlers are bowling right arm around the wicket. It's worked out for him there. Hafiz G probably a bit too full. But again, you can't take that against the bowler. You can't expect them to bowl short because we saw how the batsman last match in the Premier Cup took on the short length balls and basically scored quite a lot of runs in very quick succession. I think we saw back-to-back overs where there was four sixes, in each of those overs, and I think that was obviously just a one-off thing that you would expect to see, but that level of destructive batting, it can turn the game on its head very quickly. So I think they've got to be very careful now. They've got a boundary in the over. There's no need to take any unnecessary risk and inside edge there, but the fielder at square leg will cover that. Hafiz G, going for 9 runs in his 11 balls so far. Sri not being able to make any significant bat on ball connection so far. 3 out of his 8 balls. He needs to do a lot better. Do you think, Ritesh?
Yeah, definitely. Because as we saw and how we have discussed about this earlier as well, power play is very crucial for the team. We saw the previous game, the first innings, they weren't able to score as many runs as possible in the power play. They ended up scoring just 40 runs, making them set up a very low target. So if you're someone coming out in the first innings as an opener, you should be aiming somewhere around 60 runs, I would say, a 10 run rate to be able to reach the mark of 170 at least towards the end of the innings. So this is what something we need from Sri and Vinith. Obviously, Sri is the one who is not get who's gotten settled leaving 9 balls. As an opener, you should be well experienced to come in. You take 1 or 2 balls, then get set, judge the ball very well. You have a lot of options, find the gaps, score boundaries during power play. I mean, not to say that you should go for a risky shot, but you should play in a very positive way.
Yeah,
But runs are
especially I think
definitely
against
needed at
somebody
run
like
rate.
Jahangir, who's kept bowling on that leg side, and I think they have taken advantage of that in that instance when he's flicking it off his feet for Jahangir not happy with himself. He's almost shadow batting there. I don't know why the bowler's trying to shadow bat, but I guess he's trying to get into the batsman's mind. I think the only thing you need to understand on the batsman's mind is that if you bowl there, he's going to take you on and he's going to get a boundary. You don't have any cover on the leg side and the boundary, so why bowl on the leg side? It doesn't make any sense to me. I think Jahangir just needs to take a second, focus on himself, focus on his line and length, and I think he'll be able to do much better if he does that.
Yeah, definitely. Jahangir, I think he needs to change his line. He's going back again to the offside. It's gone. It doesn't work very well. I think, did he save the boundary? Yeah, he'll have made in time, save the boundary. But that's not what you expect. It's the same shot coming back again. And that's a bad throw from the keeper. I don't know what he had in his mind. So come on, Vinith, he has taken some time. Initially, he looked like he was struggling, he was missing some shots. Even though he's playing risky, he's getting the runs through somehow. Whereas Sri is definitely struggling. This pressure might build up opportunities for Trinity to take the wicket of Sri.
Yeah, I think
Let's see if
obviously
they.
the pressure is key factor now. The last thing you want as a batsman to almost put yourself in a cage and trying to swing at everything. If you do that, at the end of the day, you're going to end up throwing your wicket away. Uh, Again, it's a wide ball from Jahangir. He probably hasn't really gotten any significant consistency in his line today, and that probably helps the batsman when you're not getting runs from the bat. But the bowling team gives away runs through extras. You obviously appreciate it, and if you're Sri, you're happy to get off strike as well. So Jahangir still has 4 balls left in the over to make something of it. Maybe try to get a wicket. So full toss outside off stump. Again, he reaches for it beneath, and there's a fielder there who's gonna do enough with his feet. Again, some footy skills out for you,
A lot of
Pritesh.
food is skill.
A lot
I
of
think I
passive
think
football
these
players.
they must have had their lunch very lazy to bend down, collect the ball.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's post lunch in Kuwait, obviously where the game is taking place. Nobody wants to, exercise, put their body down, get the ball with their hands. Everybody's using their feet. Yorker length, again another footy attempt, but another fielder
That's a good feeling.
slipped a couple of times there, unfortunately. Hope he's okay. The bowler Jahangir looks a bit in
He
discomfort as
must
well. I
have.
think
I think he
he's
might have twisted his ankle on the way to do his food skills of blocking the ball.
Yeah, I think he
There's more you do.
tried getting in the way of the ball. Ended up his foot ended up skidding through that secondary pitch on the side there, and ends up I think injuring him. He almost ended up injuring himself there. I think, but again, I think the field is gonna need some medical treatment. Which is obviously not something that you want to see. I think both the bowler and the fielder have ended up injuring themselves in the same ball, which is obviously not great.
Not ideal. You're just into the game, 3 overs, not even 4 overs done. It's your second over. You can't afford to get injured. You can't put your, especially if you're a bowler, it is quite risky to even to attempt a catch coming out of the bat there. It's very close. It's going to be very hard. If you put your leg out there, it's very desperate that you're going to have an
Jay
injury.
Gogri is back again. Same as the previous game. Jay Gogri, the pinned comment, cricketlaunch.tv. If you click on that link, it'll take you to the website where you will be able to watch the game live. So this is a different competition, but the game is taking place in the same ground. And as you can see, Vineet has taken the bowler on over the infield. Another boundary for Vineet. So Vineet looks like he's getting hang of things now. He's happy to be a bit aggressive. He's taking the bowlers on. That's obviously something that you really want to see if you're a Thundercats fan or a Thundercats player. They initially started their line, I think, for the innings at around 140, 145, and it's gone up to 155 now. So that's really positive. He probably wants a little bit more help from Sri, who's only scored 4 of the 10 balls that he's faced. But Vineet looks like he's looking really confident. 24 of the innings so far. 1 ball left in the over. Jahangir's already gone for 2 boundaries in the over. Another loose ball outside off stump, top edge. Doesn't look like it's going to go all the way for a 4. Good fielding effort. It's going to limit it just for the single. Vineet, I think, would be happy to keep strike, don't you think, Ritesh, with 2 overs
Yeah,
left in the ball
definitely.
play?
He is looking very confident out there. So him keeping the strike definitely means that there is a lot of runs coming for the last 2 overs in the power play.
Yeah.
25 runs in 4 overs during power play is not ideal. You need to be scoring a lot more than that. At this stage, you should be expecting more than 35 runs at least, I think, with the pitch conditions being favorable for the batsman. Sri, I think there's a lot of pressure building upon him. 4 runs of 10 balls, that is not very positive. So he needs to somehow get settled. I don't, I hopefully don't think that the pressure being built, he loses his cool and goes for every ball like what we saw in the previous games. When the pressure is being built, the batsmen try to swing all the balls and end up losing their wicket. That also means if you're swinging the ball, even though you don't lose your wicket, there's a good chance of missing a lot of balls, and that's being converted into dot. You need to be scoring a lot of runs in the last 2 overs. I think they should be aiming somewhere around 45 runs at least. coming out of power play.
Yeah, definitely. And do you think maybe there might be a
Now we
way,
go
like a new?
very high up in the air. Let's see if there is a fielder below. Oh my God, lot of drop catches. How do you drop? It's coming right into your hands.
I think
You can't afford
it's
those.
just confidence, I guess, Kritesh. And I think do you think there's a fielding change that could potentially be coming?
There should be a fielding change, but I'm not quite sure who is very capable of getting hold into the catches because we have seen anywhere, wherever it goes, the chances of them getting hold of the catch is very unlikely. I think there might be a catch. No, that's a four.
Yeah.
So in this particular tournament, it has been like if it is high up in the air, the chances of catching the ball is very less. Dropping chances are very high. It's not even like a 50-50%, I would say. Dropping catches percentage is very high. A lot of drop catches in this particular tournament.
Yeah, we've seen that across a few games now, where almost sitters being dropped multiple times by the fielding teams, and that's come to haunt a lot of these teams later on in the competition as well. A lot of people ending up losing games because of dropping important catches. I think there's a couple of questions in the chat. If you could just read that for us, Kritesh.
Yeah. Hi, Joe Matic. It's very nice to have you joining us the watch along for the Kuwait Falcons Champions Trophy. So this is Falcons Champions Trophy, second edition, match 27, live from Sulabiya ground. It is happening in Kuwait. If you would like to watch this game live, you can obviously click on the link pinned on the comment. It'll direct you to Cricket Launch TV, where you get access to all of the games which is being held in Kuwait for free. And not to mention, it is the fastest stream available out there. And you can join us, you can keep us on the other tab. We can have a discussion. Let's talk about what are your predictions about this game? What are your predictions for the score? What are your predictions for wickets? We'll have a chat about it, and it'll be very nice and interacting session for this game.
Yes, definitely, Joe. If you feel like you are interested in watching a lot of cricket, we do cover other competitions as well. As of right now, it's just the Kuwaiti Falcons Champions Trophy and the Falcons Premier Trophy. Obviously, the Falcons Champions Trophy that we're covering today has two divisions as well, so technically three competitions that we cover. But last week, if you would have joined us, you would have seen us cover a couple of games in the UAE as well. So a lot of cricket in the Middle East. As we can see, Hafiz G bowling a very loose full toss. Might be given as a no ball as well. I think the umpire is going to have a conversation with the leg umpire, but I think it's just been given as a legal delivery. End up getting a single. So a couple of boundaries in the last 2 overs. Obviously, really positive for the Thundercats. They're starting to get a move on. We do cover certain competitions in the UAE, obviously not all of them. We're trying to get more coverage on more games in that region. Obviously, quite a lot of cricket in the Middle East going on now within the UAE, Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, etc. So we'll have more matches that we cover. All of the games that we cover are on our own streams. Uh, we're really happy
Mhm.
to hear that you'll watch us. Obviously, we only commentate on the games on YouTube. If you want to watch the live stream, there's a link in the chat box. That's basically cricketlaunch.tv. If you click on that link, you'll basically be able to go to our website where we stream the actual matches live on YouTube. So feel free to give us a subscription on YouTube, and you can click the link in that chat box. I'll put it in the. So both the teams are from Kuwait, Vikram. Both of them are teams based in Kuwait. This competition is based in Kuwait as well. So that's what I was talking to Joe about. We cover all of the cricket in this competition. I've put the link to our website on the chat as well. So if you click on that link, it'll take you to our website and you'll be able to watch the game live in HD. Like Kritesh was mentioning earlier as well, this is the fastest stream in the world for this competition. So you'll be watching before anybody else. There aren't any African teams in this competition, Vikram. There are other competitions that we cover as well that will have African teams that's based in Africa. But again, this being a game played in the Middle East, all of them are Kuwaiti based. Again, just to let you know as well, there's been a four in the first ball of this over from Hussein. Not getting his line correct there, Kritesh, do you agree? He's bowled outside off some full length delivery. And both of these
Yeah.
batsmen looking really confident now. What are your predictions for the innings?
So if this continues, I think in the beginning of the innings, they didn't look very good, Sri Vinith and Sri. I think now Sri has got some balls to face and he's gotten settled, so we might be expecting a lot of runs from him now. Vinith, definitely the aggressive one, he's going for it. He wants to utilize as many balls as possible during this power play.
Yeah,
So initially, end of third over, we were thinking that they should be aiming somewhere around 45 runs for the power play.
yeah.
It looks like they might be going somewhere closer to 50. So in that case, I'm expecting them to cross 170 mark for the innings. That will be a good score to like defend, I think.
Yeah, definitely. But I think the predictions are not really looking that positive for the Thundercats, maybe because of how defensive the two openers have been so far. Obviously, Sri not being able to score at a really high strike rate, and Vineet is just over that 120 a strike rate. There he gets a single. But again, you probably after seeing that previous match, the way the openers went about in that game, I know that's more of a one-off instance. Maybe the expectations not as high for the Thundercats. Obviously, the win percentage still backing them, and I think you probably need around 170, 175 runs in this ground if you want to be able to defend your score comfortably. Last match we saw 130 getting chased, sorry 145 getting chased in just 8.5 overs. So anything below 150 and you're in a very difficult situation. You're putting a lot of pressure on your bowlers as well. Zuri
Yeah, you
asks when is
can.
the next match in Qatar. Obviously, as of right now, we don't really have any games lined up in Qatar, Zuri. But if you subscribe to our channel and obviously put your notifications active, you'll be informed once we're covering any games in Qatar. And again, like I said, if you bookmark the cricketlaunch.tv link on the website, you'll be able to keep up to date with any more competitions that we are covering. Thank you, Vikram. We're happy that you're liking our analysis of the games. Thank you.
So, like you mentioned, Gokul, yesterday we saw they were able to defend 133 total, but that doesn't mean everybody will be able to do it. Especially, they had very good bowling lineup. We saw spin has been very controlling over the batsman in this particular competition, but it did not work out very well in the previous game. But I still think spin has a major impact for controlling scores. So, if your team have got especially left arm spinner and lot of spinners lined up, at least minimum three spinners if you have. And if you end up having a target of 130 or 140, then you can have a thought about defending the total. But obviously, that is not what you expect. You
Yeah.
definitely need around 175 runs to have a comfortable defending of your score.
Yeah, we've got another question there, Kritesh, from Anon. It says, should I back the over price of 6.5 next over? Do you think they can score more than 6, 7 runs an over post power play, or do you think somebody like Shaktiwell who's going to come in, who's going to be able to bowl, right arm, medium, who is going to be, bowling with, a good consistent line and length, which will prevent them from scoring more than 6 or 7 runs in the over post power play?
I think we might have a wicket there, Gokul. Let's have a watch that. That's gone straight up in the air. Will they get hold of it? There we go. They
Yeah.
don't drop it this time. You can drop it once but not twice.
Yes, he's had a few lives already so far in this innings, and I think it's a positive turn of events post power play now. First
It was
ball for Shaktivel and he gets a wicket, so
yeah.
I think
It was very
he'll be very
obvious for
happy.
Saktivel because there was pressure being built up on him. He was very desperate for runs. He did not utilize the power play very well. So the pressure which has been built up by rest of the bowlers
Yeah,
helped Shaktivel get the wicket of Sri. I think the new batsman coming in with a positive mindset, that will be really good to bring a new batsman post power play because I would say Shaktivel didn't get quite settled very
excuse
well.
me.
Let's see who is the new batter coming in. Like you mentioned, Gokul, the 6.5 price for the next over coming out of power play. During the power play, we saw it was very difficult. So coming out of power play, they were not quite good between the wickets even during the power play. So
Yeah,
I think to reach to that 6.5 mark for an over, you need to be very good between the wickets. You need to have good communication with the non-striker,
yeah,
have to uh, look for the gaps, play positively, don't go for risky shots. But I don't think that is happening anytime soon. So for next couple of overs, at least for 3 overs until the end of eighth over, I would say 6.5 is out of reach for them, at least until they get settled.
Yeah, I
with the
think
new batter
especially
coming
like
in.
losing that wicket early on after the power play, it
Definitely.
does almost take the wind out of their sails. It does look like it's going to be a little bit more, cautious batting between these two now before they start, changing their intent, upping their tempo. Obviously, the line from Shaktivel has been really solid, so that's something that obviously is very important for you from a team perspective. You don't want to give away any loose runs, any loose singles. Obviously, the fielding hasn't been great, but they ended up taking that catch, which obviously meant that post power play they have a better chance of limiting the scoring rate.
Even after the wicket, Vinith doesn't seem to slow down. He's still there out with the intent. I think he wants to, he's hungry for a lot of runs. He's very similar to, I forgot the name. Who's the player, Gokul from the previous game who scored a century? I think he tries to play like him. Oh my God, that's a hit wicket. How often do you see this? Hit wicket.
It's a
My God.
very very rare outcome. You don't really ever see that. Again, I'm gonna question the batsman there. I don't. I think he's taken his guard poorly, and he's just
He
had no
slipped.
idea of where he was. Ends up slipping and hits the wicket. How often do you see that, Ritesh?
Very, very rare. I've never seen it. This only happens in gully cricket, I would say.
He's lost his balance there completely, ends up throwing his bat on the
He
floor with
used
his
it.
anger.
He thought he's hammering the stumps down to make it very strong.
Yeah, Goguri can't believe as well. The new batsman, he's also a bit confused with his. Again, because this happens to the best of us. I don't think it's ever happened to me. Has it ever happened to you, Kritesh, that you've gotten out hit again?
No, never. I can't be taking my off wicket off in such way. It's very
Yeah,
bad. I'll be very ashamed.
it's never a nice thing when somebody gets hit wicket, especially when your main batsman gets hit wicket right after. Got to love the evergreen game of cricket. Yeah, cricket is a very funny game, Vikram. I've seen a lot of funny instances. I remember Badoni in the IPL where he played a, ramp shot and ends up dragging his bat out of the stumps. Something similar. He loses his balance there beneath, and all of a sudden, all of the progress that Thundercats made in the power play almost goes to waste, and the match predictor has changed their outcomes, and it looks like Trinity is almost favourites now. It's 60% to win the game, and there's a sudden change in the potential score as
Yeah,
well
definitely.
for
I
the
agree to that
innings.
because Trinity have got their major wicket Vinith. He was well settled. He was not. He was being very restless, going for runs, very aggressive one. I think if there were a lot of runs to come, it would have been mostly from him
Yeah,
contributing towards the total. Now it is completely a new partnership. They need to build up this partnership before scoring some runs. Let's see what Ashish has got. He's not a
yeah.
very experienced batsman. He has played only 48 games and he's averaging about 7 runs. That's quite interesting. I don't know how. I think maybe he has the talent to come outscore runs high up the order, but his strike rate, you can't believe, Gokul, is just 55. How often do you see a strike rate of 55 in a T20 game and the batsman coming up high up the order? Do you think he has the ability
I think it's
to take
more
Thundercats?
to protect the wickets than anything else. You saw that in the previous game as well. It's almost like you don't want to lose, the rest of your batting order, and you want to make sure that somebody like Shabir from yesterday, for example, has a little bit less pressure on him when he comes to bat because he doesn't have to worry about losing his wicket towards the tail end of the innings. So I think it's more important for them now to to not lose any wickets.
Yeah, definitely. I think with Ashish, he's got a confidence that having Saddam on the non-striker end, he's a well-experienced batter. He has played about 212 games and he's averaging about 25 runs. Interesting that he has scored 123 runs
Uh,
and he has scored three centuries as well. So,
Vikram, just so that you're aware, this game is taking place in Kuwait, which is probably one of the driest places on earth. I know it's supposed to be like a winter period, but I don't think there's any potential rain on the cards today. So I think you don't have to worry about that.
yeah. So with the guidance of Saddam, I think Ashish will be able to get out of, maybe able to score good amount of runs. Can you see that go? There's no good communication between the batters. They're trying to go. They're a bit confused.
again,
Good
you
thing
can
that
understand why. I mean, both of them are new into the crease. They probably don't want to take any more pressure on themselves than what they're already on. Hussein's bowling a pretty good line and length, slow ball variation as well. There's a little bit of aggression from Hussein back towards Saddam, who just walks away, doesn't really make any eye contact. But you might see an aggressive shot now after that.
maybe,
Show of
maybe.
aggression from
Yeah.
Hussein.
We'll see if it works out very well for Hussein or Saddam.
Yeah, then
Is it a wicket or a?
I'm
I think they've gone for two
as
runs, I think.
yeah, it's a good
There you
shot,
go.
man. Good,
Good
good,
shot. Definitely good shot.
good response. Obviously, the outfield very slow. Ends up, being comfortable too in the end. But a little bit more, power from it, and you could have got a boundary there, Saddam. But good response from Saddam to that aggression from Hussein. You probably, if you guys are watching this on the YouTube channel, I strongly recommend that you click on the link and go and watch it on cricketlaunch.tv because there's a interesting battle brewing between Saddam and Hussein. A little bit of aggression from both of them now, and we might be able to see some interesting outcomes. Through covers, played it for a single. What do you think is going to happen now, Kritesh? Do you think they're going to maybe still try to maintain that scoring rate at least of 7 runs and over?
I think they should try to maintain that 7 rate for over at least for next 3 overs until they get settled, and then they can go for it. If anything below 7, I would definitely say that's not something you should be aiming for. And in between, Zuri has told that tables are trending for Trinity. Definitely, they've lost both of their opening batsmen, but still, you can't misjudge the middle orders. They're looking confident. They're playing very positive. So let's see what these two have got to do. They're building a partnership. They're going for singles and doubles. They're not playing any risky shots as of now. So let's see.
Yeah, I think it's always
So Anon
important.
says
Yeah, Anand thinks there's
Anon
going to be
says
aggression. There's going to be some
between,
fights.
yeah, definitely. With Hussein trying to aim mostly against Saddam. We'll see.
I mean, we've seen a lot of
I don't
interesting
think
cricket
there's
today,
no
haven't we,
pressure.
Kritesh? In
Yeah.
the previous match, we saw in 2 overs, back to back, 4 sixes in a row. We've seen a hit
Yeah.
wicket now. The only thing probably left to see is a fight between a few players. I feel
Fine.
like everything else is taking place today.
Why do you want to see a fight, Google?
I don't want
Come
to
on,
see a fight. I'm just saying.
let's have a great entertaining game.
Yeah, I'm not saying I want
Not
to
have
see a
a
fight. I'm
fight.
just saying there might be a fight. The way the game's gone, so far, a little bit of aggression from both the teams, and now we have Ashish facing Shaktivel. Shaktivel's bowled really consistently, 2 wickets for his efforts as well in that first over, just the 3 runs. I think Shaktivel
Three
probably,
runs taking 2 wickets. That's definitely
yeah,
something what you should be looking for. Outstanding
similar
performance
to
from
what we saw
Shaktivel.
Bulbul in the previous game. My favorite player, Bulbul. Shaktivel has come out and bowled, a very consistent line. This is what I think more people need to do. Instead of bowling, at pace, you need to focus on, okay, that's just really
That's
bad.
a bad
Two
fielding from a
fielders.
six.
The ball was going pretty slowly. I think both of them would have been able to stop it if they tried to stop him with their hands. No calling in between the two of them, and it ended up. I think somebody ended up kicking the ball over the boundary. So a little bit of pressure release for the batsman. Again, just to replay, just to watch what's happening between the two fielders as it was crossing the boundary. I think Ronaldo chopped from one of the fielders.
It was more like an assist from a fielder and a goal from the other fielder.
Exactly. I think
But they
one of
end up
them's
hitting up in the opposite side.
yeah, one of them's injured himself. I think there's a little bit of blood as well. A medic being called. Second time an injury in
Two
this
that
innings.
that to back to back two players getting injured.
Exactly.
Initially for that ball there were two injuries. Oh my god, I think his nose is bleeding.
Yeah, I think
And
one of them's nose is bleeding and the other person has twisted his hand. This is why, if you're watching, this is why you don't try to stop the ball with your feet, guys. It never works, and it isn't something that you should do. So there's a break in play now. It's just another opportunity for us to reflect on the game so far. 57 for 2 after 8.2. Could have been less maybe if they took their catches early on in the game. Hussein, after showing some aggression in the previous over, has now injured himself. So maybe he should focus on his own fielding efforts instead of trying to be aggressive against the opposition batsman. Good thing it's ad free, so we're not missing out on all the drama. So cricketlaunch.tv doesn't have any ads on there, so if you guys click on the link and get on the website, you will be able to watch the game without any ads.
yeah. So that's why we keep on saying that please go on to the Cricket Live TV and you can keep us turned on, so we can have a lot of discussion about the game. We can discuss about the injuries. We discuss about everything. You can ask any question, whatever question. There is no restrictions. We'll be answering all the questions we get on the
Yeah,
chat.
we have our
So
in-house
please feel free to.
analyst, Kritesh, giving you all the insights about the Kuwaiti Falcons Champions Division.
Do you think this injury on the fielding might have impact on the batsman? Do you think they might have a positive impact? What do you think, Gokul?
I don't think a break in play is ever good for a batsman because obviously if you wanna stay consistent, you wanna stay in the game, and we always see that wickets falling after the strategic timeout or wickets falling after a drinks break. Um, but obviously you wouldn't really mind it as the fielding team. You get a breather. It is still pretty hot, obviously. Comparatively pretty good time in the year to play cricket in Kuwait, but overall you wouldn't really mind that now, would you?
Yeah, definitely. With the conditions, it looks very sunny from here. So having a break in between is definitely going to bring the uh, batsman's confidence level. The break definitely has an impact for batter, as you mentioned, Gokul. But let's see if it. Oh, there we go. There's an appeal, but umpire is not convinced. It's a good bowling from Shaktivel. He's not very experienced bowler. He has played only 20 games so far in his career. His economy is below 10. But I did not expect a very less experienced bowler coming at this level, controlling them very well. I think he has been one of the best bowlers for Trinity so far. What do you think, Gokul?
Yeah, I think the important thing is obviously, regardless of what the stats say, what you do on the day is more important than anything that the stats can
Yeah.
show. Obviously, the stats give us a basic idea of the player and how they go about their business. The current batsman profile, like both of them, Saddam and Ashish, experienced players, played a lot of cricket in Kuwait, but they are struggling at this moment in time. Uh,
Yeah,
you know,
as we mentioned it before, Ashish doesn't have a lot of experience when compared to Saddam. Saddam is the well experienced one. He has played more than 200 games, whereas Ashish he has played only like 50 games, if I'm not wrong. He's averaging about just 7 runs per innings. So, with the help of Saddam's guidance, Ashish might be able to score a lot of runs. We can see that's a positive shot from Ashish. I think definitely they are able to build a partnership. They're taking some time, but yeah, they're not going for any risky shots. They'll build up a partnership. I hope so.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like there's always the likelihood of wickets as well when they try to change gear. So I think that's what Trinity would be looking at. Maybe I think we might see a bowling change. A spinner might come on. I think the wicket keeper is standing a bit close. No, it is Alabax, who is a right arm medium pacer, if I'm correct. Again, I'm not quite sure the keeper should be standing that far close to the wickets without his helmet on. Obviously, we already saw a couple of injuries in this innings, and the last thing we
We
want to
can't
see
afford to
is
have a lot of more injuries.
exactly the last thing we want to see is another injury. So hopefully, we don't see any more injuries in today's game. But again, they probably need to make sure that they don't try any fielding efforts with the feet. Obviously, very very wayward ball to start the over from Alim Alabax.
I,
Why to
I,
start why to start the over?
Ahabak has not. He doesn't have a great experience. He's only played one game in Kuwait so far, which clearly shows that maybe the experience which he needs, he might be earning it from this particular
It's a
match.
really good
Learn from
shot
the
over
mistakes.
covers, two bounces, four. Ashish got a hold of that very easily. Very early on, he knew that he was going to get onto his front foot and basically chase after that. Pyro says chucker bowling. I think he means chucking action. I don't think he's chucking, but we'll definitely keep an eye out to see if that's the case. But that is an incredibly well played shot. Probably the
Great
shot
shot,
of
yeah,
the day
definitely.
so far. Getting to the front foot, taking the bowler on, taking the infielder on as well. And I think as soon as it made contact with the bat, it was a sure shot boundary. Vikram seems to have liked that shot as well. So I think the second batsman in today's game with the name Jude, and both the Judes have played really well.
Playing really well, yeah.
Exactly. So I think if you guys wanna play, a good level of cricket in Kuwait, change your name to Jude, and I think you'll get given a chance in the Kuwaiti divisions. Another really bad ball, full toss on the leg side. I think it might be given a no ball as well. It's going to go all the way for six. I think it's the first six of the innings post that
Yeah,
partnership loss, and
yeah,
obviously Jude
definitely.
is now getting or Saddam. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about the name Saddam, but let's just get back to Jude. Jude's taken advantage of that leg side full toss, and he's gonna be rewarded with a six. I think the umpires are discussing whether it should be a no ball. I think he's been given a legal delivery, but it's very close to being given a no ball. Another box comes back in, leg side ball, right arm around the wicket. Better line, Kritesh.
Yeah, definitely better line. That's what we expect to see from a bowler at this level, having a recovery after giving out two boundaries and extra. You have to correct your line. You need to learn from your mistakes. There we go. That's a high up in the air. Do you think there's a chance for
No,
catch? I think no, no. I think there's a man there. It's a wicket.
yeah, so
Yeah,
wicket, he's got his
this
man.
that's a
So
wicket. Yeah.
that's what happens when you bowl a better line. You come around the wicket. When something doesn't go your way, you adapt to the situation. You come around the wicket. You get the ball to do a little bit, and Jude goes for 20. So his
Pyro
cameo.
Legion, we're very sorry. He was expecting Jude's 50, but he's gone.
A lot of Jude fans all of a sudden in the in the YouTube chat section. Unfortunately, Jude gets out for 20. So Jude goes after making his 20-run cameo of just 13 balls. He gave a little bit of acceleration to the innings, but in the end of the day, it's just not quite good enough to do
No.
anything significant for the Thundercats. But again, you probably think that's what he was sent there to do. Increase the scoring
Yep.
rate a little bit. He's done that. He'll probably be happy with his efforts
But
there.
still, when we started to think that there was a partnership building between Jude and Saddam, unfortunately, Jude lost his wicket. That's not what you expect. This is exactly when the acceleration you need to start after getting your partnership settled, like having a great partnership built up. But it did not work out very well for him. There's no power in that shot, which ended up in fielder's hand.
Definitely. And I think that's the problem when you play with that aggressive intent. You're always putting yourself at risk for, getting caught out. And I think we have seen obviously in the league in this format anyway. Caught is most probably the most likely outcome for a wicket anyway. We had one of the more rarer outcomes today. With the hit
Hit
wicket,
wicket.
but that's not something that you would back to happen. But a lot of catches dropped today. If not, you would have seen maybe a little bit more. Probability for catches, but catches win matches, and you got to make sure that you take as many catches as you can, and they have taken a couple of good catches there today after dropping a few earlier on. Cricket Better for Life is back. I think he might have a little bit of insights. There you go.
Information from the
One in three
confirmation from the ground
thousand,
you
sorry,
might
one
have.
in 300 possibility for a hit wicket. So there you go. That's another stat man. So it's inside Kritesh versus Cricket Better for Life, who's probably given us some insights in some of the previous games as well. Gogri asked, and the winning percentage is back to being equal. I think, yeah, the quick runs that Jude was able to score obviously gave them a slight advantage, but then losing his wicket basically brought the game back to evens. The outcome that you're looking at right now, you're looking at maybe about 145, 150 runs. Do you think Kritesh, or do you think they might be looking at a little bit more runs? I think they'll be disappointed either way. Uh, but
Hmm.
you need at least around 170 for it to be a safe chase. Because again, if you guys haven't watched the previous match, obviously after this stream, I would strongly recommend you go and watch the highlights of the previous match. I think Saktivel is from India, but I think he's living in Kuwait and he's playing for the Trinity CC team in Kuwait. Vikram, I'm not quite sure, but I think that's the case. Cricket Better for Life says in life, if you fix it with hit wicket live shot. I don't think it was a fix. I think it was quite clear that he slipped Cricket Better for Life. So it was very unfortunate for him. He was very disappointed. He was kicking and throwing his bat as well. Quick run, quick double there for Anderson to get off to get off the mark. Saddam now on strike.
Yeah, like just before the game, when we were having a talk about the batsmen and what are their capabilities, we were expecting both the teams to be scoring somewhere about 150, around somewhere 150 to 160.
Yeah,
Not even 160, we were thinking somewhere closer to 150, I would say. So now the win percentage shows that Trinity is 61 percentage for winning, which clearly indicates that the Thundercats scoring has come down a little bit with the wickets coming in early on in the innings, losing their top orders,
yeah.
losing their openers. So I think if you are Thundercats playing out there, when we have expected 150 to be the predicted score for both the team, for you to have an advantage over the other team, you need to aim for at least 170, 20 runs higher than the other team,
Yeah, the
so
only
that
thing
you'll
is
be able to
better for
defend the
life.
score easily.
During the day games, I think we've noticed that the pitch reacts a little bit better for the batsman. It just comes on a little bit better, more consistent bounce. None of the balls keeping low as we do see in the second innings on those evening games. So I think it's slightly better to bat. And obviously, the outfield ends up being a little bit better somehow. We've seen a few more boundaries today than we have in the previous games, haven't we, Kritesh?
Mhm.
I think it'll also be something that both the teams would have looked at after that game earlier on in the day. Um, yeah, Shaktivel, very consistent with his line, very economical as well. Pyro Legion says IPL has also had hit wickets better for life. Is IPL also fixed? So a little bit of scrapping between the people in the chat section. Maybe it swings under the light. You never know. I think more than swing, it's more the bounce is uneven, especially for
Yeah.
the slower bowlers, the spinners, or right arm. I think yesterday we saw Shake with some right arm slow. Ended up getting a lot of uneven bounce. Ended up being very beneficial for him. Got a couple of wickets. But yeah, I don't think I agree with Pyro in that sense. Where I don't think IPL is fixed, obviously, because a couple of people get hit wicket here and there. I think
High up in the air, I think that must have been a drop catch. No, there's nobody there. That lands in
uh,
no man's land.
lands in no
It's
man's
quite
land.
interesting fact, did you note, Gokul? In most of the games we have covered so far, there had been a lot of sixes than fours. But in
Yeah,
this game, we have had eight fours and just one six so
yeah.
far. Very
I think it
interesting. There
just
is
comes
not a lot
down
of
to the
sixes.
six hitting ability of some of these batsmen because obviously in the previous match we saw there were a few people who were able to clear the ball pretty easily. Obviously, P.S. Hussain in that first innings, as I said,
Just as we
another
talked, there is
boundary.
another phone.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we saw P.S. Hussain who scored I think four sixes, and then later on in the innings as well, a couple of pinch hitters in that team, Mohammad Abu Bakar and Delaware, who didn't really look like they wanted to hit boundaries in the first place. They were swinging pretty wildly in that first innings, and obviously we don't really need to get into that second innings. Ravija, he scored 113 of 37 balls, one of the most aggressive innings I've ever seen in my life. He hit four fours, and those two, sorry, all of them also being like one or two boundaries, and he ended up hitting 14 sixes. So I think he probably inflates that six hitting capabilities a little bit. But if you look at it overall, this ground being small on the square sides obviously means that you might see a little bit more action on those sixes than you do normally in other grounds. I think Better for Life has come back. Is it Pyro Legion even 10x your generations? Well, it's not enough to fix IPL. Okay, everyone's scrapping going on in the chat. Come on, guys. There's no need to be aggressive with each other. We're all friends here. We're all enjoying the cricket. Let's just make sure that we
Let's have the discussion about the game which is going on now instead
exactly
of
another
talking about
boundary as
IPL.
Kritesh and I were discussing the boundaries in this game. Anderson getting in on the action now with his first boundary. But again, guys, spirit of the game. Let's keep the spirit in the chat as well. There's no need to get aggressive with each other. But good start for Anderson getting that boundary. Obviously, Saddam 13 of 10. I feel like both these batsmen have the capabilities of scoring big. What do you say, Pradesh? Where do you see, how many runs do you estimate that these two will be able to put on from now?
So I'm expecting Saddam. He's been a little positive so far. I'm expecting him to score another 10, 12 runs, I would say. Not more than that because his faced 10 balls scored only 13 runs, whereas Anderson is looking positive.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting a lot from Anderson when compared to Saddam. So if it is Anderson, I'm thinking about another 15, 16 runs with the bowling from Trinity being quite controlling over these two.
Yeah, but I
So
think Alim has
let
been a bit wayward, don't you think? In some of the balls, he's gotten lucky. There you go, another ball is
another
probably going to,
wide.
yes. It wasn't really that far away from the stumps in the end. If I,
Allahabad is not. I'm not quite sure why they would bring him back again. I think he's not one of the best bowlers they've got. They've still got. Let's see who are the bowlers they've got. They've got Hafsi. He has got one more over left. They could have bring Jahangir. He has got 2 overs left. If they bring the best bowlers now instead of bringing them during the death, I think there's great chance of for taking wickets very early on.
yeah, definitely. I think The scrapping continues in the chat section. No knowledge, just yapping, says Pyro Legend, and Cricket Better for Life hits back saying, no money, just something else, which I don't want to talk about on stream. But as a quick run, direct hit, and I think he was gone. Really poor call from Saddam, and he acknowledges that it was his mistake. He looks at the teammates in the dugout as well and apologizes. Quite a lot of apologies from Saddam. Very bad call, and Anderson ended up getting lucky not to get out. If the bowler maybe even took it, he probably would have been able to take the bails off quickly as well. But the poor call ends up not affecting them as much in the end. Good Yorker from Allahabad. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'm just going to call him Halim. That's the name he has on his
rare
jersey.
thing, Gokul. Do you ever see Saddam apologizing?
Usually you don't. I think the only time he apologizes is to the bowler after he hits them for a boundary,
Yeah.
just as he might have done there. But there is a fielder to cover in deep square leg, so that should be fine.
That's a
Another
good
couple of
good
runs.
running between the wickets. A lot of twos we see here. Definitely shows the ability. The power they've got in the running. This is what you expect from the batters. Taking a lot of twos, pushing the first run harder, and then getting the chances for going for the second run.
Yeah.
This is really great from these two batters. So, end of 12 overs, it is 91 for 3 wickets. Anderson scoring 8 runs of 7 balls. Saddam scoring 16 runs of 13 balls. Allahabad, not a great performance from him.
Yes.
He's given 21 runs
It's almost
of
almost
2
released the
overs.
pressure, don't you think? I felt like after the third wicket fell, there was a little bit of pressure building up, but then almost immediately when he bowled those looseness, gave players like Anderson the outlet. No, I understand why you were laughing. Come on, guys. There's no need for the scrapping. Let's just keep it PG, please. Okay, we have a new bowler, Ashik,
bowler.
right arm spin. There's a little bit of fly. There's a airline number attached to that ball. It was almost lofted in the air by the bowler, but ends up.
We have seen
getting
very
out.
similar bowling from spinners today. Don't you think, Gokul? They're going for this lofted, very slow deliveries, making it difficult for batsmen to put a lot of
Yeah,
power into
obviously,
it,
you almost have
converting
to
into the
force them
boundary.
into making. Okay,
See,
that
another one.
has to be given a no ball. I would be very surprised if that's not a no ball. They're taking a catch, but has it been given out? I'm not quite sure. The umpires are discussing with each other. The fielders are celebrating.
Umpire says it's below his hip level. Let's see
I'm
what the
very
leg umpire has to
surprised.
say.
I'm very surprised. I think it's been given out in the end. I'm not quite sure if that's the right call from the umpire. I would like to see what your guys' opinion is in the chat about the outcome. I think I'm pretty sure. Surely they can have a look at it. Third umpire can have a look to see if that was a no ball, considering that the catch was taken. Saddam is dejected. He's walking back to the dugout. His hand. So his body language shows that he's not really happy what's happened there. He's discussing with a new batsman coming in as to what's happened. Let's just have a look at that replay. I think that's chest high. That's a no ball. Why is it now? Dia asks Goguri. I think I don't agree with that. I think that should have been a no ball call. Is he coming back? No, it's a new batsman coming in. So it's definitely given out, which is a massive blow for Thundercats. You'd be very disappointed if you're a Thundercats player, especially if you're Saddam, to get out in that way, especially when you had your yourself set into the match 16 or 14. You were hitting a couple of boundaries. Again, I think better for life. I think you should just focus more on the cricket than the chat. I think
Maybe Better for Life has a lot of confirmed news from the ground and he's able to make fortunes out of this, the confirmed news. So if he lets us know what are the confirmed news is, let us also make a positive outcome out of it.
Yeah, so
Come on, Better
Santosh,
for Life, help all of us out.
Santosh is the new batsman and he gets a single, basically gets up the mark, first ball. But what are your thoughts now? How much do you think that wicket of Saddam is going to affect them, Kritesh?
Definitely, the Saddam's wicket, I would say it would have brought the innings down by at least 25 runs from what we have expected.
Again, the
It was definitely
flight
in for
does not
20%.
reduce. He keeps sliding the ball quite extensively. Confirmed news, first bat win. So we can see, I think, Better for Life
That's
is
not-
backing the Thundercats today. I guess it's an evens game from our predictions. I think it's 50-50
Yeah.
almost. And the Another flighted ball. This time Santosh gets a hold of it. It's gone straight, it's gone far, it's gone for six. So really
That's a
good
great
reply
shot
from
from Santosh.
Santosh. He said, you know what, you can flight the ball as much as you want. I have your number. I'm going to take you on. I'm going to hit you for six. The second
Not quite
ball.
sure why they have made Santosh come down in the order. He's performing very well than the
Maybe
previous batters.
he's the Tim David of this team. You know, he's the
Yeah,
designated finisher, and I think this is probably the time that he wants to come in and show his teammates what he's capable of. Obviously, with that, 600 cats get to their 100 for four with one ball left in the over. Let's have a look to see if Santosh goes for back-to-back boundaries. It's another flighted ball, and he sweeps, but it's just going to be a
just a
single, I think.
single out of that ball.
Yeah, better for life
Santosh,
just confirmed the news.
yeah, definitely we know he gets all the confirmed news. First bat win. Yeah, we'll look to see what happens. Uh, yeah, I think from the stats, Santosh looked better than Saddam. He has played 121 games, 27 not outs, career total runs of 1,939. He scored highest total of 79 in a
Yeah,
particular innings. He's averaging about 27 runs. That is what you need now.
I guess he's
27 runs
probably
from a
one of
batter.
those players that you have in your team that you can always depend on, isn't he? There's something similar to Ravija in that previous game or Kader Wali in a couple of games
Yeah,
before.
yeah,
We
I
saw
definitely agree to it.
these are the batsmen you expect to come and show up for you. Make a difference in the innings. I think it's is that Mohsin coming back. I think he should be doing better now after that nose injury. I think it was when it was that collision in the boundary where they collided with
Yeah.
each other, and I think his nose is bleeding. So
San-
I think
I
he's
think
back. Hassan?
maybe, yeah, I think he's back. And Santosh with 27 average, he doesn't come in with a low strike rate, Gokul. He comes in with 175 strike rate. So that is what he has shown us clearly before.
There you
There
go.
we
He's
go.
gone
That's
after it
another
again,
one.
and that's only the biggest six of the match so far. I
So
think
far, yeah.
Santosh is definitely happy to give the aggression back to Hussain. Hussain realizes he's not bowling to Saddam anymore. He's bowling to a different type of player altogether. Gogri is crazy shot here. He's got to the pitch of the ball and he's
Definitely.
actually bludgeoned it straight past the bowler there. A lot of power in Santosh. Really tall batsman, big levers, and he's utilizing that to hit the ball a pretty long way back. Let's have a look to see how Hussain responds. Another full ball. It was a helicopter almost that came out, but yesterday we saw the helicopter came out and the batsman got out. This time, lucky enough not to have any contact with the ball. So the
I
projected
think
score.
on the chat session we see Better for Life and Pyro Region have come to an deal to see who is better with the predictions
Predictions.
for
Yeah, I
this
think
game.
Fire Legion's backing
Pyro is
Trinity.
backing Trinity and Better for Life is backing Thundercats. Let's see who wins today.
All right, let's see. I think if Santosh has anything to say about it, it's probably going to be the Thundercats. He's got
Yeah.
to 15 of just 6 balls. Obviously, a lot of power in his batting, and Anderson's also, somebody who's capable of giving him a lot of assistance. 10 of the 9 balls he's faced so far. He's probably going to look at rotating strike, giving strike to the main man Santosh in this team. Somebody who's able to score at 170 strike rate. I think, just as I said,
Another foodie skills. I'm not quite sure why they do that.
you know what? I think with that, I'm pretty happy. He did look really clean. He
Yeah.
controlled the ball really well. So maybe he's the designated midfielder in that team. For good first touch. Let's have a look to see
Yeah.
who among Better for Life or Pyro Legion end
Pyro
up
Legion.
victorious. I would recommend you guys watch the game live as well on cricketlaunch.tv so that you can
There we
keep
go,
a
another
track of
4.
how well Santosh is getting along with his game. 15 of 6, and then he clears covers to get another boundary. So he gets him 19 in very quick succession. And I think there's
Uh,
going to take a lot of effort from this Trinity bowling lineup to get Santosh out today, don't you think, Ritesh?
Yeah, on the chat session, we see Zuria said Saddam getting out might have cost a Trinity lol. But I don't think Santosh is proving it wrong. Santosh is the man you needed at this moment when your team is not scoring what you needed to. He's out there scoring boundaries. He has brought back the target of
Yeah,
170
the
back into
helicopter
play.
is out as well, but a grounded
Yeah.
helicopter today. So helicopter hasn't quite taken off yet. But Santosh getting a single with the helicopter shot. 170 is a winning score. I think even 170 is a
Definitely.
bit under par, I would say. Kritesh agrees with you on that. Cricket Better for Life. Unfortunately, I don't. I think maybe another 10-15 runs is required if you want it to be a winning score. It depends on how good your bowling lineup is on the day. We saw in the previous match 145 runs, Kritesh, getting chased down in
Yeah,
just 8.5 overs.
8.5 overs.
Some monstrous batting from Ravija, who scored 113 of just 37 balls, 4 fours and 14 sixes, and a strike rate of over 300. So if somebody shows up for Trinity like that, you're looking at a monster chase still being made comfortable. So I think anything around 180, 185 is probably where I would say is par. Again, it depends on bowling. Hafiz just come back to the
Yeah.
bowling. He did bowl a couple of good overs earlier on, but ended up going expensive in his third over. His nickname is Mickey, and he's got the number 0 on the back of his shirt. So let's have a look at
I
if
think it might be
Mickey
a
can do
possible
anything.
wicket, and let's go. That's a six.
Yeah,
That is six.
I don't think anybody's taking
I
that
think
catch, and Santosh is hitting it that well, Kritesh. I think Santosh has
definitely.
looked at what Ravija has done in the first innings, sorry, in the previous innings, and he thought,
Yeah.
what, if Ravija can do that, I can do something better. And
I
he's
never expected Saddam's wicket to be a positive outcome for Thundercats. It has been really positive outcome for Thundercats, bringing Santosh in 26 of 9 balls. That is really great. Outstanding performance from Santosh. He doesn't seem to stop. He's continuing with his aggression. Let's see if he'll make it to 170 or even more than 170 if he's able to take his
as
team.
a good
Just another single.
full length ball from Hafiz G. It's just a single this time for Santosh, as you
Yeah,
mentioned.
Pyro Legion says that Santosh out in next over. I would argue yes, maybe because the way he plays, he's very aggressive. So aggression definitely comes with the cost of his wicket. One miss and there we go. That he might lose his wicket. So
Yeah, but
I agree
good
to it.
support from Anderson. So I don't think Santosh is going to be scared about taking the bowlers on, considering he's got Anderson on the other end. Is more than happy to just keep rotating strike. And we had a question about the boundaries. Obviously, just the 1-6 from Jude before Santosh came to bat, and Santosh has already hit 3 sixes. So 4 sixes so far in this innings, and a few of them being really big sixes as well from Santosh. I think that might be a direct hit, and that might actually be
I think
Anderson
that's a good
gone, and
shot.
I think he realizes that he's gone as well. So commentators curse, "I'm sorry, Anderson. I just said you were going along well with your game." And Anderson gets run out 12 of 11 on a really unfortunate for Anderson, really young batsman, did really well. And just to get back to you on that about the boundary, um, again, just to get back to Pyro, I think Pyro said Santosh was the man out next over. Unfortunately, it's not Santosh, it is Anderson who is out. So maybe similar prediction. He predicted the wicket correct. So at least he got half of it correct. We can still
Yeah,
wait to see if maybe Santosh also loses his wicket. But as of right now, it doesn't
he
look
stays
like
very
it.
confident.
So
Yeah,
11
definitely.
fours as well of the innings so far, Gogari. Gogari says this game is going to be close. So I think we have three different sections of belief system on what probably is going to happen. We have Pyro obviously backing Trinity. We have Better for
Better for
Life
life,
backing
backing
the
Thundercats.
Thundercats, and Gogri. I think a little bit more conservative approach to prediction expects this game to be a very close game, which I agree with. I think the predictions are a little bit more in favor of Thundercats at this moment in time. I think that's just to do with the fact that Santosh is batting, but obviously that can change very quickly. I think it's very important to just keep that in mind as well, that in case there is a wicket loss of Santosh, it might be difficult for them to get to the point where we all expect them to get to. New batsman coming in, it is Panir Selvam. The helicopter out, completely missed it altogether. I don't think you should be trying to play a helicopter shot in your first ball. I think his nickname is Nathan. So Nathan Panir Selvam, I think his name is. Let's have a look to see if his second ball is any better. Again, another
Mm.
lofted shot. They ran the single there, so they get one run by. But I don't think it was the smartest thing to get Nathan back on strike for the new over. I think Hafiz has done his job. He's gotten the wicket there. He's put pressure on them, forced them to take the runs, and Anderson got out in that over. So overall, how do you think this period has been, Kritish, between the 10th and the 15th over? I think both of the teams have
It's been
had
very,
things to celebrate.
uh, yeah, both of the teams have had things to celebrate with the wickets for Trinity and the Santosh coming in for Thundercats, helping them. Uh, stay positive from scoring runs because the wickets have not shattered him. He is still positive scoring runs. I think Nathan is no lesser than Santosh because he has played 91 games and he's averaging about 32 runs. He doesn't have the same strike rate of Santosh, but still he has a strike rate of 135, which is quite impressive. So we might be seeing a better partnership and better understanding with these two. Both have similar level of experience, similar average in all the games.
Yeah.
So do you think this might bring in a great partnership to end up with a score what we expected it
I'll
to
get
be?
I'll get to your question there, Kritesh, but I think I just need to respond to the question from Zuri. Zuri asks about how much we can expect Santosh to score. So I just want to know your opinion about what you think Santosh can get this score to. Obviously, he's a bit upset with his on-strike batsman Nathan. He's asking him to
Yeah,
think before he plays his shot, which obviously you can understand his frustration why he's doing that. But maybe he can come, with a little bit more understanding. Obviously, not everybody has the same level of quality as he does, so maybe a little bit more patience from
I think that
Santosh
should
towards
be a
Nathan.
wide. Is it not a wide? Okay,
Yeah,
let's go back to the
that's
Zuri's
true.
question of how much do you expect Santosh to score? So, with 5 overs left in this game, not even 5 overs, it's just 4.4 overs left. Uh, let's consider he faces half of it. So, if he faces at least, let's say, 12 balls, he should be able to make 17 to 18 runs out of it. So, about 40 plus runs is what we expect from Santosh. I think
Yeah.
Better for Life agrees with it. 40 plus.
But just because of his strike rate, and we know he bats at around 170, even against really good opposition. So I just feel if he faces 5 balls and he's scoring at that 150 strike rate, you might have to give him a little bit more runs. Maybe I think about 45 plus is probably what I would look at if he's able to not lose his wicket and bat maybe at least 60% of the balls that he's about to face. They're obviously going at an 8 run rate now. He just swings at it, but he's got a lot of power and there's no fielder there. And I think he's just going to go all the way. And there's a fielder who stops it in the end. I think there's a little bit of spin on it that helped the fielder get to the ball. So just one run of that ball. I think Jahangir is going to be happy that he's bowled most of this over to Nathan, who's just got 1 of 5,
It's a
struggling to get any bat on ball.
It's good. I think Santosh, this is what we saw in the previous game as well. The non-striker who is performing really well gets very restless when he sees the other batter unable to score when you actually needed them.
Yeah,
That's what we see clearly now. Santosh is being restless. He wants to get to the strike. He needs to get the score. He needs to
yeah.
go for boundaries. I think there we go.
Pyros'
There you
wicket
see.
last ball, so we'll have a look to see if there is a wicket in the last ball. But again, just to let you guys know, this match is in the Kuwaiti Falcons Championship and it is streamed live on cricketlounge.tv. So if you do want to watch this game live, please make sure you click the link in our chat and then it'll take you to our website where you can enjoy this game in HD. It is also the fastest stream in the world for this game. So if you are interested in watching this game, please feel free to click on that link. It is a free service that we provide on cricketlaunch.tv, so please feel free to watch the game in HD. And also please give us your feedbacks as to how your experience has been on the website, and also if you have any insights about the game, any questions, do let us know in the YouTube chat section as well. Better for Life asks, over 160 Shore News guys spoke to the coach, so he's got contacts with the coach
With the
now.
coach.
It's not even people on the ground. It's direct coach access now. Zuri is very
I
happy
think
to hear that.
we shouldn't underestimate Better for Life. He's got contacts everywhere with the coach, with the ground staff. Who knows? Even the microphone, which is worn by the umpire, he might be talking to.
Yeah,
He always gets the
a
confirmed
lot
news.
of
So
espionage, cricket espionage there from Better for Life. He's got all of the
so
details. So
160 plus 32 runs in the
yeah,
next 4 overs. I think that's definitely possible with Santosh, and I think
we got
definitely
Rajendra
more than
coming in
that.
though, Kritesh. He's more of a part-time bowler. What do you think is going to be the outcome now? Do you think it's smart to bring up new bowler at this stage of the game now? 4 overs to go. Nathan and Santosh batting. Santosh obviously somebody who's very likely to go after spin bowling. It might be a very risky gamble. Pyros is Rajendra wicket taker, and Better for Life gets back to Pyros saying blast. So let's have a look to see if as our
That is an
first
actual
ball.
blast. Yeah. There is an actual blast, just like Krishna
Yeah, I think
came out
six
for
runs of
life.
the first ball. So no idea who's Rajendra and blabbering something. I think a little bit of aggression from Better for Life there. I think not the best start for Rajendra. I guess
Oh, there is a guy, George asking question for Better for Life. Instead of asking questions from us, he thinks Better for Life has better insights.
you never
I
know
think
because
he's
obviously if
he's
somebody
convinced
says
that the confirmed news.
exactly.
I
If
think
somebody says that there's information coming through the coaches of the teams, obviously you probably want to listen to them instead. A wide ball, second ball, and potentially wide ball, third ball, horrific keeping, and not any better
another
fielding.
footy skills.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why you have to run around the ball to then stop it with your leg. It doesn't make any sense. Yasin says wickets too, so I think Pyro's got a little bit of backing there from Yasin. I think they both are expecting wickets to come in this over. Nathan probably wants to go the opposite way, backing Better for Life. I think anything can happen at this point. A wild swing again. I think there's a fielder there. It's not going to carry. It's just going to be the one run. So I think this is probably the more interesting part of the equation now to see
So
Santos
it's
facing
it's it's
against
all getting
Rajendra.
heated up. So we are expecting, I think Rajendra to take wickets, whereas Cricket Better for Life says that is not happening, and
Yeah.
Cricket Better for Life is backing 160 plus
It goes
runs,
straight. It's
and
another boundary.
there's
We
a
did
lot of
speak
battle.
about this, Kritesh, didn't we?
Yeah,
Such a risky move to bring
definitely.
a spinner against Santosh. Obviously, went for a six against Nathan in the first ball, but more than that, I think Santosh is the danger man. He's the kind of guy who can hit you for back-to-back boundaries, and then he gets a four of the next ball. So I think Pyro and Yasin not quite sure of what they're talking about. Apparently, according to what Cricket Better for Life has to say, another big swing, but doesn't connect at all, and it's just
Right,
going to be
right.
a single, but. You guys have one ball basically, Pyro and Yasin, to see if your prediction comes to fruition in this last ball. Obviously, Rajendra can prove everybody wrong, all of his haters wrong by getting Nathan
A
out in this
wicket.
last ball. So let's just have a look to see what happens there. Flighted ball. Nathan just happy to take a single of the last ball. So I think Better for Life wins this. Argument. They run two in the end. There's also good running between the wickets, and Santosh comes on strike. Uh, Pyro, do you have anything to say now? Do you think your prediction was wrong?
I think he might have to agree to it. Rajendra was not the wicket taker. He's more like a part-time bowler. He has played only 24 games. He has bowled about 17 overs. In 17 overs, he has given about 157 runs. Do you think that's a good for a bowler, Gokul? His economy is about 10. He's taken only 7 wickets in the 7 games, which means that he is taking a wicket for every game he has played. That also convinces that Pyro's wicket-taking ability about Rajendra seems right, but not quite sure if he'll be able to take a wicket this game.
Yeah, I think Pyro looked at it from a statistical point of view and not the situation, because obviously bowling to normal batsman versus bowling to someone like Santosh, it's two completely different things. Santosh probably one of the more experienced key batsmen in the league itself. So you can see that from his strike rate at this moment in time, 33 of just 14 balls. He's playing really well. Better for Life taking more digs at Pyro. I think maybe Yasin can come and back Pyro. Maybe I'm not quite sure. Pyro says Rajendra
Okay, come on,
unlucky.
Pyro. We need to have a better prediction from you, Pyro, just to make cricket better for life. Consider you are a great at what you talk about. So come on, Pyro.
Yeah,
We need another prediction.
Better for
Let's have a
Life has
prediction
won our
about
predictions so far. I think a couple more comments. This will be good over less runs, says Better for Life. Wicket this over
Pyro. You can
100%
say
is Pyro.
wicket.
So I think both of them are backing Shakti Vale though. So Shakti Vale versus Santosh. My money is on Santosh. He goes for it straight away. There is no connection on
There's
it, but just
nobody.
one run. But I think last two overs will be blast, says Better for Life. If that is the case, you're looking at a massive score to finish this innings off. Do you think maybe 180 is possible from now, Kritesh, if Nathan and Santosh are backing?
Definitely, if Cricket Better for Life has confirmed news from the ground that there's going
The
to be a
ball's
blast,
in the
that's go.
air.
That's
Let's see
been high
if
up in the air.
that's
I
a
think that's a huge
six.
six.
I
That's
think
a
Nathan,
huge
after
six.
the horrible start,
Definitely, that's a
Kritesh,
blast.
if you remember, Santosh was shouting at Nathan because of how poor he started. I think he didn't score a run till his fifth ball, and all of a sudden he looks like a batsman who's providing a lot of assistance and doing really well. Ken Shakti will respond well. Another really powerful shot, but well stopped in the infield. He keeps to a dot ball. Shakib really not happy with himself after that six in that previous ball. But I think both
As
of
you can see,
them,
the run prediction for the Thundercats has gone up. It has
yeah.
gone up to like 180.
And I think better for life, you said it's going to be an economical over less runs. It doesn't look like it so far. 8 runs of it already with 2 balls to go, and it looks like Santosh is going to be facing those 2 balls. So I have a feeling it can be a very expensive over. And Pyro, you're pretty wrong as well by the looks of it so far. You said wicket this over 100%, no wickets so far.
Still,
Better for
two more
life.
balls to go. The way they're playing, it's being very aggressive, Gokul. So there's a chance for a wicket as well.
Yeah, but it
We
is
need to consider
Santosh
that.
batting though, Kritesh. I
Yeah.
back Santosh. I think someone like Santosh, you have to back him when he's batting in this way. Ravija similarly in the previous match was batting very aggressively, almost more aggressively than how Santosh has gone about his business. But it didn't look like at any point he was going to lose his wicket. Over 174.
We got last ball. Will there be a
Is there a
wicket?
field
It's high up
there?
in the air. High up in the air. Is there a wicket? Is there a wicket? Not quite sure what happened there.
It's 4 runs.
That's a four
I
runs.
think
That's
he's
4 runs. That's
dropped the
four
catch and
runs.
has gone for four. So Pyro,
Pyro,
unfortunately for
very
Pyro,
unfortunate for you.
he does look like his prediction almost came to being, but ended up getting dropped in the boundary line. So if anybody this time, I think I have to give it to Pyro because he did almost get his prediction correct there, but doesn't count because it was never a wicket. But better for life. Unfortunately, your prediction this time doesn't really work out. Again, you say Nathan is a lazy runner. I think Nathan might argue, why do I have to run when I can hit boundaries? What's the point of running when you're more than happy to score runs in
Let's have a
fours and
small
sixes?
prediction in the commentary, Gokul, in the chat section, Gokul, for the next over. How much runs do you guys think we might be expecting in the 19th over?
In the 19th over, I think that depends on if they lose a wicket now or
We'll,
not.
we'll also have a guess, Gokul. I'll go with 11 runs. What do you say?
I think I'm a bit more confident. I'm going to go 12 runs with Santosh still there. Better for life and
12.
Pyro, both of them 10 runs. So I
10.
think they might have a
They
little
have
bit
teamed
more.
up. They have teamed up against us.
Gaugari as
All
well,
of
10.
them.
So I think it's the chat versus us, Kritesh. I think they're all backing 10 runs and we both are backing over 10 runs. So let's have a look to see what's going to happen.
That's
Horrible
wild.
start for
One
Hussain
run.
in the 18th over. Again, just to let you know, guys, the prediction was for the final over, not for this over. So why to start off? Hussain very scared of getting into that arc of Santosh. He knows if he bowls anywhere in that middle stump, off stump region of Santosh, he's going to probably bring the helicopter out again. So let's just have a look at how he responds. It's an
Oh, that's
outside
a
edge,
four.
stick outside edge, but the pace of Hussain along with the power of Santosh means he gets a boundary. Again, we did talk about this earlier as well. Is there any logic in bringing the keeper so close to the wicket when there's a pace of bowling? If he was a bit further behind, he might have had a better chance of reacting in time.
Definitely. Agree to that.
Again,
So, okay,
interesting
when this
predictions
over is
in
going
chat.
on for the this particular over, let's go for the final over as well. What do you think for the final over score, Gokul? We don't want to have over or under. We need to have an exact number.
So I said
So
12
let's
for the
see
last
who is very
over. You
predictive.
said 11, and the rest of them,
No,
in the
that's.
chat.
I think that is for this. That is for this particular
Oh,
over.
really?
We'll go for the
Okay.
last over.
Okay, so I
Let's go
think
for the last over. I'm going with 13 for the last
I'm going
over,
to go
Gokul.
15 for the last over. Hussain bowls another wide. So technically, so far, I feel like I'm very confident with my prediction of 12. 6 of just one ball because of the extras. I think
Final over 14 says
Gaugare.
Gogri. We'll see.
So Gogari
Yeah,
goes
we'll
14.
see.
I've gone 15. You've gone 13, I think, if I remember correctly.
13.
The full
Yeah,
toss hit into the leg side between the two fielders. He finds the gap
that's a
expertly,
four.
Santosh, and he gets another boundary. So something that we don't really see a lot in this ground. A lot of fours being scored, but you never know. It's one of those games. All of your predictions are going out of the window. We saw hit wickets, we saw runouts, direct hits, drop catches, everything. Um,
So
you
come
know,
on, Pyro. We need to have a prediction for the last over as well. Better for life.
it's
Please
in
come
the
out with your
air.
predictions.
Santosh
But high
should
up
be
in the air.
gone. Fielder,
That's a
keeper
good
coming on,
catch.
it takes the wicket. So an
So I
over
think
too late
Santosh's
for
wicket.
Pyro, but the wicket comes for the.
Do you guys change your mind after the wicket of Santosh for the final over prediction, Gokul? Or do you want to stick with 14? I mean, sorry,
I think
15.
without Santosh, I'll probably go down to 9 runs or 8 runs. You know what? I'm gonna go 8 runs because I feel like Santosh was probably the biggest outlet for runs, and with Santosh gone, whoever comes new into the crease is going to struggle a bit. Better for life goes
So
11, I'll go 9. How much do you want to go,
I'm
Kridesh?
I'll go 10 in between both of you. Let's see. Oh, Pyro joins with me. We
See.
are
So
it's me and
Goguri's,
Pyro.
yeah, me and
Yeah,
Goguri, you and Pyro, and Better for Life
cricket
on
battle left
11
with
on his
11.
own. So let's just wait and see if Pyro can have the last laugh with the last prediction of this innings. It'll be very interesting now to see who bowls the last over. Who do you think? Do you think maybe they could maybe bring back, I think, what was his name?
I
Raj?
think they might bring Jahangir. Jahangir has got a over left. He has been very economical. He has given only 21 runs in the last three overs he has bowled. So I'm expecting Jahangir to be bowling the last over.
Again, I'm very disappointed with Hussain. New batsman Suresh on the crease, and he's bowled another wayward wide. Uh, it's not what you want to see though. As a captain, right? You've given 3 runs away, 3 valuable runs away through extras. 3 more balls left in the over. Full toss again. Again, I think it's testing that boundaries of could it be a no ball is pretty high up, but again not given. I think
It
this was.
is 12 runs, Gokul, with 2 more balls to go.
Yeah, so I think if there's 2 dot balls, I've smashed it. Either way, I think my prediction for this over is closer. So it doesn't matter between Pyro and Cricket Battle Life who's correct. Because I feel like I've got a better success rate with my predictions. We'll have a look to see what happens in the next over as well.
Final over.
Better for Life is that wide was fixed. I think he's bowled 4 wides in the innings so far, and all of them have been pretty wayward. So I think it's not it's not necessary to call it a fixed wide. Hussain was seen with pro bookies at dinner yesterday. Pretty serious allegation from Better for Life. There's a top ball to finish the over. So I was just 1 run off 13 of the over. Hussain ends his 4 overs for 37 with that big wicket of Santosh. Probably saved his team some runs in that final over. Nathan batting 27 of 16. He's the one who's going to be on strike. Suresh at the non-strikers and 1 off 2 balls. 171 for 6. Trinity have a lot of work to do in that chase.
Yeah, Cricket Battle for Life, he has said for the previous over, it's going to be over 10 runs. So we'll give credits to him as well. For the final over, let's see, Nathan. If you are Nathan, well settled, who's capable of scoring boundaries, will you mind taking single in the last over, or will you try to keep the strike for
I
yourself,
actually think
Gokul?
if they're gonna have to run for it. If it was Santosh and Suresh batting, I probably would have said that they might not try to run singles. Pyro says Nathan useless out this over. We'll have to wait and see. I think Nathan's done well to recover after a really slow start. 27 of 16. He's shown why he's capable of providing a lot of depth in this batting order.
Just as we expected, Jahangir comes to bowl the final over, first ball of the final over. They're going for a single. Do you think they might be pushing for
Yeah,
two there?
I think the misfield
They
makes sure
should be
that.
able to push for two. Yeah, easy two there.
Yeah, I
They were
think the
able to push
misfield
for the
made sure
second
that
run.
they got this. I think Jahangir needs to be very careful. He did bowl a lot of extras in his first 2 overs, so he probably wants to make sure that he bowls 6 legal deliveries and nothing more. Nathan back on strike. Even now, Pyro, you believe Trinity will win. So I think there's a lot of belief for Better for Life when it comes to the Thundercats. We did say something around 180, 185 is a really solid score. They have gotten to 173. I think they might push for another 2. It does look like it. Oh, he slipped and he's run out. Oh my
My
word. That
God,
is so
Pyro,
unfortunate.
he's got it.
Pyro
Pyro got it
has
this
won
time.
his prediction. And I think Better for Life, you need to be careful. I think there's somebody else who's also getting some information in the ground because Nathan turned for that second run. Good aggressive fielding. He comes and picks up a good direct throw to the bowlers, and Nathan ended up slipping while turning for that second run and ends up getting out. As soon as he slipped, he almost gave up. He didn't really try to get back up. You can have a look at the run out again. Let's just have a look. Really good pickup, really good throw. He falls down and then doesn't even try getting back up. I think he has given up as well. So Pyro's prediction has finally come to being. Let's have a look to see if he's able to make up for all the missed predictions earlier on. I already said Nathan lazy runner from physio. So the physio is apparently the new contact for Better for Life. Has told him that Nathan is a very slow
Not
runner.
quite sure the number of contacts he's got all over the world
He
for
basically
all
knows
the
every
putting
player in
tournaments.
every team
Yeah.
and the coaching staff, physio, fans, everybody involved.
Oh my God, that might be a wicket. That's
I
another
don't think
wicket
that's
for
a wicket. I do
Jahangir.
not think that's a wicket. That should
It
be.
seemed a bit high, I think
No,
so.
I think
What
it's
is-
pitched outside leg, hasn't it? Surely. Right arm around. I don't know. I have to watch this replay.
I
Is
think he
that.
just stepped one foot inside, covering the stumps.
Yeah, but it's
That's
the
what
ball's
made it
pitched outside
convincing for
leg
the.
some Kritish, from what I remember
Okay,
seeing. Let me have a look at
let's
what.
have a look again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's ask the chats. Suresh Raju goes out for one. Yeah, it's definitely pitched outside leg. If you
yeah,
ask, no, actually,
yeah.
no. I think it's a bit closer than what I expected. But what do you guys think in the chat? Do you think that should have been given out? Kritesh, I think, thinks that he should have been given out. I actually thought it pitched outside legs. Pyro says blind umpire.
Blind
I
umpire.
think it's a bit harsh. I think initially I felt like that was way outside legs. Better for life says no way that's out. I agree with you. I think it definitely pitched
Oh, that's a
outside
good
the
bowling
line
line.
of leg
Do you see?
stump. So it's very unfortunate for Suresh that he was given out. But Jahangir almost bringing a lot of positivity back to this tail end of the innings.
We don't expect this bowling to the towards the last over of the innings.
And
We
again,
should have
I've just
expected this
noticed that
earlier on.
Kritish, I just noticed Pyro and Better for Life having a lot of similarities in their predictions over the last few predictions. That is an
They were high up in
incredible
the air.
shot. He's basically rammed him, but there's no real pace in Jahangir's bowling. And the wicketkeeper very quick on his feet to get to it. Just
I
limits
don't
it
know.
for one
That is
run.
a kid. Do you see Gokul? There's a small kid out there playing. It's I think is it Ashish or it's Ashish. Let me
Ashish, yeah,
see.
he's a
Let's
youngster.
see who.
We have seen a lot of
Let's see.
youngsters. You saw 16-year-old yesterday playing. I think it was for the was it Kashmir 11? I'm not quite sure. I don't remember
Yeah.
quite now. Earlier in the game as well, we saw early today as well. We saw an under 17-year-old play. Okay, there's pretty poor fielding from Jahangir, and I think they're going to run 2 runs. There's an overthrow potentially they might go for. No, they don't. So just what 5 runs of the 5 runs of the over. So I think
All of us got it wrong.
everybody gets it wrong. I'm going to be happy with my prediction because I was the lowest. I said 8 or 9. So again, I'm going to consider that a win for me. I think Gogri said 9 as well. So I think we both can share that victory. But overall, I think good,
Good comeback, I
performance.
would say, from Thundercats. Initially, we did not look at
Yeah.
177 as their
I
final
think
score.
150,
We were
155
expecting
looked
somewhere
more of
around,
a
yeah,
realistic target, didn't it? And
yeah,
then all of a
definitely.
sudden, that excellent inning from Santosh and that good cameo from Nathan meant that they got to 177. I think they'll be a bit disappointed. They could have probably got another 10-15 runs. Again, we did say 180, 185 potentially would be a solid score, and it did look like at one stage they might even go a bit more than that because of Santosh being able
Yeah.
to play. But that last
Gogri
over,
agrees with us as well. He says all because of Santosh. Yeah,
yeah,
single-handedly he scored 43 runs of I think 18 balls, making him the highest scorer of this particular innings, and for the team,
yeah.
helping them put up a great total. I think 177 they should be able to defend it very comfortably. So
Yeah.
guys, please stay tuned for this game. Have a small break before we come out for the second innings.
Yeah.
Let's have a chat again. We'll predict for every over. We'll
Yeah.
predict for every batsman.
Yeah, I
It's
think
going to be
Nathan
an
had a really
interesting one.
slow start, didn't he? But he made up and scored, at a pretty good strike rate in the end, 30 of
Yeah,
18,
definitely,
few
definitely.
boundaries. But the
It
main
was
man, 43
it
of
was
just 19 balls, Santosh. What an excellent cameo from him. Vineet as well, doing well enough to give them a pretty basic start in the beginning, 26 of 22, and Jude providing that quick burst of scoring in between, in that middle overs, 20 of 13. Overall, lackluster bowling performance. I think Saktivel was pretty good in his first 2 overs, but other than him and Jahangir in that last over, I think they all struggled as a bowling unit overall. But yeah, like Kritish said, I think there's an exciting game in our hands, and I feel like there's a lot of competition in the chat box as well. Probably more competition in the chat than we do in the actual match. So please keep an eye out for the second innings to start on the cricketlaunch.tv website. And again, the link is in the chat if you guys would like to go back and watch on there. He says the kid is coach best friend's son. I'm not quite sure what that means. He says Jude had a lot of potential. Yeah, Jude did look like he was going to play well. He played a really good shot as well in the beginning through covers. I think he was probably disappointed. A couple of really unfortunate calls and situations with the hit wicket as well for them. But I think overall they're probably going to be happy with where they ended up. at the end of the innings. I think we'll all have a small break and we'll get back to you once we have the action continuing in the second innings. Please feel free to join us again and keep the live stream of cricketlaunch.tv open as well, guys, so that you don't miss any more action.
Thank you, guys. We'll catch you shortly.
Yes, guys, so we're back with the action from the second innings in this game between Trinity Cricket and the Thundercats. Obviously, a lot of work for the Thunder, so the Trinity batsmen to do, and not the best start for Santosh with the second ball going for a wide, but he's capable of giving you a lot with the bat and the ball. Obviously, he did a lot of work for his team with the bat. Now he needs to just come and respond with the ball as well. Obviously, you expect more almost from a player like Santosh because of the quality that he has, and that's not the kind of ball you expect from Santosh. On the leg side, easy for Rahman to basically just flick it over that infield. Rahman and Shaktivel will now be looking at putting on a big total for the rest of the team. Just to let you guys know, I think a lot of conversation was taking place during that break period. Um,
Yeah, also the similar thing which we saw in the previous game as well, Gokul. We had, I think, I forgot the name. What was his name? The top scorer, Gokul?
the top scorer from the previous game,
Yeah, previous game.
Ravija.
Not Ravija.
It was Ravija, the top
Something
scorer.
for the other team, please. From name was from P.
Pius. Pius Hussain.
Pius, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, Pius. He was the one top scorer for this team. He came back to the bowling attack in the first over.
Yeah, and he gave away a lot of runs.
Yeah, he gave away a lot of runs. He was scoring runs while bowling as well as batting. So we don't see the same thing from Santosh. He batted really well, but not giving out runs while bowling. He's
Yeah.
controlling it very well.
So I think that's very important. There's no point of scoring a lot of runs if you then come and leak all of those runs with your bowling anyway. And obviously, a player like Santosh knows that, and I'm sure he's going to learn from Pierce's mistake in that previous game, and he's going to keep his line and length very consistent.
Yes, definitely. He's bowling really well. What do you think should be the? What do you think Trinity should be targeting for the power play, Gokul? I think they
So
should be aiming somewhere around 60 plus runs, I would say.
I think with the power play, the obvious problem is obviously it's a big target that they're chasing. So you would think that they want to go and score a lot of runs. Uh, Apologies, Kritesh. I think you should be able to hear me now. I think my network just dropped for a second.
Yeah,
And I was just saying,
yeah, I can
obviously,
hear you now.
it's very important that they don't get carried away and they try to do too much. Basically, we've seen historically in this competition and in cricket in general, when chasing a big target, they go really hard in the beginning and lose wickets in the power play, and then it becomes a impossible chase. I think it's more important that they still they get maybe 40 45 runs in the power play, remain competitive in the game, but also not lose too many wickets. I don't think, with the level of, squad that they have, they will struggle even if they lose a couple of wickets, but it's always best, to avoid any unnecessary, aggression. And obviously, we saw in the first innings as well, a couple of, a direct hit and, a slip that caused the hit wicket ended up maybe costing them another 10 15 runs, and that's the last thing you want. Obviously, Thundercats is in a very favourable position now after that first over, only going for 6 runs. Vineet keeping it very tight, very consistent. This is what I mentioned when I said, right arm slow bowlers, they end up doing really well. That's a wide ball, obviously, you should be leaving that. I don't know why Rahman's gonna. You've got to try and basically swing wildly for that. I think it's better for him if he just chooses the bad ball and tries to dispatch them instead. And I think that's something that the Thundercats batsmen did really well. Um,
Yeah.
but again, I feel you need to at least score about 40 45 runs to at least remain competitive in the game, so that you're not
Yeah.
chasing a higher required rate for the rest of the match.
Definitely I agree. But I think what I had in my mind is that they should be expecting somewhere more than 50 runs to be in a place to defend the score, because
Yeah.
we see not the wickets are not mostly caused by the batsman's inability to score. It is just that they get careless and lose the wickets. The run outs which we saw yesterday were definitely very careless, losing two. You can't expect to have two run outs during power play.
Yeah.
That is very rare. So
It was 2 run-outs in
it
the
also
power play, and the
comes.
person who instigated the run-outs ended up getting out on the last ball of the power play as well. So it was just a very reckless
So
batting yesterday.
I think even though the batsmen are very confident, playing very positive, uh, there is a chance for them losing the wicket. So I think coming out of power play, we might see few wickets. So in that case, when you expect that there might be a wicket, uh, so you should be aiming somewhere more than 50 runs to be able to chase the target.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with you on that as well, Kritish. Like I said, yeah, they have to still score runs in the power play. You can never win chases if you don't have a positive start. It becomes very hard. It almost becomes too much of an ask in case you do lose wickets for the rest of the team. So we have a new bowler coming in already, straight away bowling change. Kabir, left arm spin. We always talk about how important left arm spin is. A little bit of drift for Kabir. Very poor wicket keeping. Basically goes through everybody. I don't think he's got the legs
Do
to
you
go
think
for a
it's
four.
no.
But I think it's going to be 2 runs and maybe a run out. No, I think he's made his ground in the end. They still appeal for it, but I think he's comfortably in. Really good ball to start for Kabir. I'll be very excited if I'm Kabir. I guess it was. I think he's going to go upstairs. They're going to have a look.
If it's a run out or not, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
but
have a look. I think he's safe. He must have reached on time, I think.
Black Friday bonus. Join the channel, guys. I think better for
I
life is
think
requesting.
yeah, definitely. I agree to it. There is a Black Friday offer. Join the channel. You get the fastest stream. There is no ads. You get full on entertainment. There is no time wasting. We can have a chat about the game. We
Yeah.
can have our own predictions. So definitely it is a bonus for you guys. Please feel free to join the channel.
Yeah, definitely going to be safe. The green light's out, obviously, indicating that the run-out appeal hasn't gone the way for the Thundercats. But again, I don't think Kabir is going to be upset. I'm pretty sure he's going to be a bit more confident now after that first ball. He knows he can beat his batsman. Obviously, Thundercats still massive favourites in this game, 86% according to our
Oh, that's a
win
good ball from
prediction.
Kabir when we talk about. You see, he almost made it. It was very. I think that's putting pressure on Rahman.
Yeah,
Great
definitely.
bowling from
I think
Kabir.
Rahman
This
obviously
is what
only
we need
scored 6 of
from
the 11
left arm
balls he's
spinners.
faced. But we saw that with Nathan as well. Very slow start, but ended up making a massive comeback and scoring runs quickly. Again,
Lot of wides.
poor
You
ball. I
can't
think
afford to
you're trying too
bowl
much at that
wides.
point. Again, Kabir, you've done really well first 2 balls. Why do you feel the need to bowl a wide? I don't quite understand. It's not like Rahman's going to go after him or anything either. A good lead from Rahman in the end and a decent enough block. Um, what are your thoughts on the game so far? Kritish in the second innings, 11 for no loss after 2.3. Do you think the approach that they've taken about being very defensive and cautious about not losing wickets is the right way to go, or do you want to see a little bit more aggression from the batsman?
I think it's the right way to start the game. I would not disagree to that.
Yeah,
Scoring 11 runs off for 2.4 overs, it's not very bad start. But if they still continue with the same batting style, I think that is definitely not what you expect from them. They, that's a good turn from the ball as we
yeah.
speak. He has got a great turn on the ball. This is what you need from left arm spinners. They're definitely dominating the play out there. So I expect Rahman, who scored 6 runs of 14 balls,
Yeah.
he has faced 14 balls. Now he should be able to.
It's an
Oh
appeal
my
behind
God,
the
that is a
wicket.
wicket.
The
That is a
umpire
wicket.
is convinced that it was
Given.
off the edge of the bat, but Rahman is not even moving. He's still standing his ground. He has to realize he's been given out, regardless of what
He
he
has to
feels.
go.
He needs to
There
walk
is
out. There is
no third umpire for this thing here.
there's no referrals in this competition. I don't know why he's talking to the leg umpire about the ball hitting the pads. The leg umpire would have had no idea,
There has
obviously.
had no visibility for leg umpire from that angle.
But Rahman is very upset, and again, yeah, if it has come off the pads, you would understand why. We can have a look at the replay, but he struggled a lot anyway. So only 6 runs in the 15 balls he faced, and
Oh,
I'm
there's a
not quite
tall man coming in.
sure.
So maybe
I'm looking at the bowler's head in the replay, so I'm not quite sure if it has gotten any pad or bad. I think it might be a little bit of both. Again, more aggression needed for sure, says Gogari. I agree. I think you can't waste power play. 3 overs of the power play, and they've only scored 11 runs. That is,
Goku, the
unacceptable.
win prediction has gone down to 128. Do you agree with that? I think that's too low. They might be in
I
for
think that's just to
definitely.
do with the fact that
They
they
lost wicket
lost the
early on.
wickets so early and they haven't really scored any runs. Shaktivel has struggled as well. It's just the first run for Shaktivel. Rajendra's the new batsman coming in was very um, poor with the ball. Obviously, got hit for quite a lot of runs. He's taking his middle guard. I think he's going to be a little bit more cautious. when it comes to batting against Vineet. Vineet obviously being a very experienced bowler himself as well. Um, what do you think Rajendra is going to do? Do you think he's going to play aggressively, or do you think he's going to
I I
rotate
think it's
side?
been very disappointing for Shaktivel because he's been out there from so long.
He's only faced the
But
four
whereas
balls
it
for the
was
British.
Yeah, that's quite interesting that he did not get chance to face a lot of balls. It was Rahman who has faced almost 15 balls, 16 balls,
Yeah.
didn't make a lot of didn't utilize it very well.
And
He
Shaktivel
lost
almost
his
looks
wicket
like
as
he's
well.
struggling to get back on ball contact as well. So
Yeah.
it's not a good look for Shaktivel. And Vinit more than happy to flight the ball, invite the big
Oh
shot.
my God, that's high
As I've
shot.
said it, he's invited the big shot and it's gone
Oh,
all
that's
the
a drop
way
catch. That's a
to the
drop catch. That's gone
boundary.
through for a boundary. They don't. You shouldn't drop this catch. It's coming straight to you. It's not
Yeah.
a difficult one. You should
Yeah,
get hold
not
of
only
it.
Kritesh has he dropped the catch, he's also let the ball go for
Let it
four.
for the for four.
So
Yeah.
if you're his captain, if you're the Thundercats captain, you can maybe excuse the drop catch. What you can't excuse is letting it go for a four. And all of a sudden, a good over from Vinith basically isn't as good as what it could have been. Again, still only 6 runs off it, one ball to go. Shaktivel probably wants to look for another boundary. Swings again, I guess, but I'm not quite sure.
Oh,
He's not sure if he
the
wants to be on the front foot or the back foot. He ends up getting caught between two minds and ends up missing it altogether. Um,
I think the mindset now for the both batsmen should be that they have played 4 overs, even though they haven't faced as many balls they needed to get settled. There is no other options they've got because they're lagging behind. They're only 17 runs after 4 overs. They need to go on the top gear, if not taking risky shots, at least uh, try something or the other instead of wasting balls. They need to judge the balls very well. You're a top order batter. You
Definitely,
can't miss the balls. If you miss one, it's okay, but you can't be missing a lot of balls.
definitely.
It's not what you expect from
Yeah, Kabir
batting
says.
perspective.
So not Kabir. Pyro says, I didn't know Trinity players can't bat. It's a bit harsh. I guess they haven't really, done a lot yet. But I think to say that they can't bat, that was a bit harsh. What do you think of this? Do you think Kabir's going to get a wicket this over as well? Then?
Maybe he's performing really well. 1 run and 1 wicket. How often do you see that? That too during a power play. But definitely he is a.
Gauguin
Uh,
says it looks like they couldn't bowl either. So it's harsh words in the chat against the Trinity players. A lot of drift for Kabir. Really well
it's
bowled.
good.
Keeper not able to control the ball either. Ends up missing it for the
Did you
second time.
notice that when Kabir bowls, there is a swing to the ball before it lands and turns?
Exactly. There's a lot of
It's,
drift in
it's
his bowling
yeah,
action. I think that's again we saw it with Rijul yesterday. When you have a left
yeah.
arm spinner who can bowl at a really high level, you're obviously going to be in a better position. Again, Kabir's got a very similar action as Bolden.
That's bold.
Shaktivel's
That is what
struggles
he was
come
been
to an end.
aiming for.
Yes, Shaktivel's struggles come to an end. Shaktivel gone. Again, he probably should have gone earlier. He got lucky with the boundary. He's trying to reenact the drift of the ball. I don't know why. I don't think he's even seen how the ball ended up hitting the stumps. He missed it altogether. 5 of 9. A really bad start for Trinity. It looks like it's going to be one-way traffic from now on. Obviously, the wind predictor fully backing the Thundercats. Now 99% on the Thundercats. And it looks like Cricket Better for Life did know quite a lot about this team because he did back them pretty intensely throughout that first innings, and it looks like he's going to win those predictions. Run predictor is down to 119, so I actually feel like we might have a potential
All
for
out.
it go. Yeah, maybe I
Yeah.
think it's a bit too early to say all out because they've only lost 2 wickets.
But the
But
bowling seems to be pretty
yeah,
controlling over them.
definitely,
Kabir is
definitely.
definitely looking really good. When compared to the previous innings, they look to have a lot of control over balls. So let's see. I think Jahangir has come in. He's the bowler. I expect him. I did not expect him to come very high in the order.
Yeah, so Jahangir
Let's
and
let's go through the
Rajendra, both of
Jahangir
them,
stats to see if he's capable of
both
scoring
Jahangir and
runs.
Rajendra have struggled with the ball obviously today, and they've now come out to bat. Hopefully, they can do more for the team than the openers were able to. We have Devansh Rai in chat saying thumbs up. I hope you're enjoying the game as well. Devansh, obviously, if you want to watch the game live, please feel free to click on the link that's pinned in the chat to cricketlaunch.tv. Obviously, this game, like we mentioned earlier, is live on there in HD. It's a wide ball from Kabir, a rare loosener from him, but gets away with just the wide.
Jahangir has got a good stats, good career stats, Gokul. He has played 125 games,
Yeah.
18 not out, scoring 150. The highest run he has scored is 159, quite amazing. Averaging about 22 runs. Strike rate is also very high, about
I think it's another
155.
wide
So we
ball.
might
So
be expecting.
Kabir just
Yeah.
lost his line a bit there. Again, just to get back to
Maybe he's
Devansh as
trying to
well.
change the line before, after the wicket.
Yeah.
Maybe trying to play some mind games, changing the lines, keeping it difficult for batsmen to judge it.
Yeah, definitely.
Did
Could
not
be the
work out
case.
very well for him.
That's bowled really well there to
Ooh,
finish.
that's really good ball.
Another good ball. Is
Jahangir
all-rounder?
definitely is an all-rounder. He's averaging 22 runs per innings when he's batting, and his economy is below 8. He's taken 54 wickets in his career, playing only 67 games. The highest score he has had is 159 while batting, so definitely he's a great all-rounder for them. He might be able to take his team
Just as
towards
you said,
victory.
he's gotten that boundary as well off Kabir. Obviously, Kabir was bowling really well, and to get a boundary obviously means he's got a level of technical ability that he can actually still find the gaps, and he finds it really well on the offside. Basically, getting his first runs as well is going to do him a lot of confidence. Pyro cricket knowledge, world class, says
I
better for
think
life.
Better for Life is commenting on the comment for Pyro Legion about Trinity players can't bat. That is harsh. Better for Life. You can't be discouraging them. Look, they are able to bat
Exactly.
back to
There you
back
go.
boundaries.
Back-to-back boundaries for Jahangir. Maybe they were just protecting their main batsmen against some of these Thundercats bowlers. Pyro sprays with Jahangir, says Gogari.
Definitely agree to it. Yeah, I would agree to it. He's the man. He's going to be Shabir for today, Gokul. What do you think? We have seen
Yeah, I mean,
Shabir
we saw Shabir.
single-handedly.
We saw. We've seen players step up for their teams, and hopefully he is like Shabir and ends up taking his team over the line. Rajendra and hopefully Rajendra can give him some support as well.
Yeah, let's see. I think some discomfort with Jahangir. He's gone out maybe to change some bat or something. I'm not quite sure what has happened
He's
there.
already changed his bat once. I'm not quite sure why he needs to change it again, but maybe he's just not comfortable with the way his bat feels. You never know. Obviously, people have those superstitions. They feel uncomfortable and they just don't want to touch that bat anymore.
Definitely.
Vinith coming back
Pyro.
in, 2 overs, just the 8 runs, really
Jahangir needs to
economical.
save my bank account. Oh my God, I'm not quite sure how much money you put backing Jahangir, but don't worry, all hopes on Jahangir
A
will
classic
definitely work out
front
your way.
foot defense from Rajendra. Though. What are your thoughts on that? I think that's peak
I
Sunil
think
Gavaskar front foot defense. He's got no helmet on as well. I think I'm watching Sunny G in Kuwait now.
Rajendra, wow, what a great swing and a miss.
Yeah, apologies to Sunil Gavaskar for comparing him with Rajendra. Doesn't really look like a player of a similar caliber. Finally gets some bat on ball. It might actually go through the infield, giving him a couple of runs. I think the fielder ended up getting a hand to it that
Hands onto it
prevents.
and making the ball slow, and yeah,
Yeah.
it slowed the ball down a little bit. Also, the slow outfield helping them out with the fielding. It's a great advantage coming towards the evening of these cricket games.
Yeah.
The outfield gets very slower. It is almost like an advantage for the fielding team, preventing them from letting go of a lot of force. That is why we don't see a lot of force in these competitions. Mostly six or
Yeah.
2 runs.
But again, the first innings probably like a
Yeah.
outlier. There are a lot of boundaries in that first innings. Better for Life is over 4.5. Next over seems really doable. I think it just depends on who's on strike. I think if Jahangir is able to face maybe 3 or 4 balls, I think that's definitely
Definitely
something
possible.
that's possible. But if Rajendra is not able to rotate strike, there's a big shot from Jahangir, big swing of the bat. He connected it really
6
well,
runs.
and it's a
It's a great
six.
shot.
So I think Pyro Region is doing some form of prayer that's working from him. It's getting some good luck towards Jahangir, who collects that really well. So first time somebody is able to connect against Vinith, and he picked that ball up really early and ended up middling it as well. So good positive intent from Jahangir. 14 of 4, it was a much required A couple of boundaries from him so far. He probably want another one of this last ball to end this power play on a high. Ends up bowling on his legs, but doesn't really connect well inside edge, and being just a single, I think. No, they don't actually run either, so it's just a dot ball. So 37 for 2 after the power play. I think they'll be very disappointed with that. But for Life says, Pyro, get ready to dance. Okay. Uh, Interesting. Jahangir single-handedly changing Trinity's winning percentage. I don't think it's changed much. It's still gone from
It's
1% to
just one
2%.
percentage here.
So I don't think.
Definitely, at this point, changing 1% is a major difference from 99. He has changed it to 98 for Thundercats, bringing 2% for Trinity. So let's see if these two, Rajendra and Jahangir, stay in for maybe a couple of overs, then the percentage will definitely go positively for Trinity, I would say. 141 in 14 overs.
Yeah, and Shahzad is
I
the
don't
new
think that is.
bowler as well. I think there's another change. Rajendra, he has to probably get going now, doesn't he? 4 of 7. Um,
I
four,
don't think 141 and 14 was definitely, that seems like a
but
dream. That
again,
would be a dream
Kritesh,
for
we've seen
Trinity.
crazy things. We saw it
Yes.
yesterday. Again, Rajendra getting in
There we
on the
go.
action. I think there's a change of
That's
intent
just a
from
single.
Rajendra. Gets a single, doesn't connect, but you can see
From
that
the
he
from the
wants to go
camera
for it.
angle, I thought it was going huge
Yeah, the
for a
cameraman
six.
sent it. Wow, Pyro, pray for your life. Okay, so there's a lot of back and forth still in the chat between the two of them. But again, Jahangir probably wants to make sure that he's able to almost carry his team to victory at this point. It'll be very hard. I don't think it's an easy ask. To score runs. It's a wide ball. It's a really poor
So
ball from Shadat.
poor ball, yeah.
But I understand why you want to bowl wide to somebody like Jahangir, who does like scoring runs on the leg side. Keep the ball as close to that wide line as possible. Make him reach for it, and you potentially have an outlet to get wickets as well. So I understand why he's trying to bowl, that far outside off stump. But again, you can't be bowling that full. He drives it. Again, the outfield slow enough maybe for that fielder to cover it.
It's a good thing that he did not show his footy skills, because most of the time we see over running to save the boundary, try to save it with their foot, ending
Yeah.
up getting injured. But good thing he tried with his hand.
Yeah. Who do you guys think
So new
has a
bowler,
better performance today among
Tahata.
Santosh or Jahangir? I think Jahangir was a bit expensive with the ball again. Santosh has only bowled the 1 over. Also, I think the guy who's bowling has my name on his back, so I almost have to support Thundercats now. He's got Gokul on the back of his jersey, so I think he's a big fan of me as well. Again, just to get back to Goguri's question, I think so far Santosh obviously set his team up really well. If it wasn't for him, I think they probably would be maybe 20-30 runs short of where they ended up. So I think his contribution so far invaluable. Jahangir hits it straight in the air. I think somebody has to get
That high up
underneath.
in the air, I think
Ah,
it's
he
a
was
drop catch, Gokul.
scared
That's
of
definitely a
going
drop
for
catch.
it. Yeah, he
Definitely a
didn't go
drop
for
catch.
it in the end.
Nobody. Yeah.
I think that was a golden opportunity to finish that conversation there. But Jahangir getting another life did follow my tips at Grogery. I'm not quite sure what the tip was, but hopefully you guys are having a good time giving each other tips. Now Rajendra obviously needs to get
Shahabat
going.
Hussain, sorry Gokul, he has played only 9 games. Economy is not great. He is giving out 12
I'm
economy.
not quite
He's
sure
taken only one
somebody.
wicket.
I'm not quite sure why somebody with the name Shadat Hussain has a name Gokul on the back of their jersey, but
Maybe he just
he
loves
does.
you so much,
Maybe
Gokul.
you never
You
know,
never
because he does
know.
have a jersey number that's similar to mine. Oh, there you go. Rajendra connects it really well, but I think there is a fielder that is just gonna make sure
That's
it's
just
just
another
just a
single.
single. Um, yeah, over 4.5. I think now is I think it's a bare minimum. I don't think any of the the main bowlers in the team are going to be bowling the next couple of overs. He has the jersey number 12 on the back though, Kritesh. That is not my number. My number is 17. I think maybe 17 mistaken, and 12 probably resembles 17 the closest. So I'll give him an excuse there. So after Shadat's first over, he just gives up his 6 runs. Rajendra 6 of 9, and Jahangir 17 of 9. Obviously Trinity.
Oh, there the Gogri comebacks and says that he also has a jersey with Gokul's name. There is a lot of lovers for you, Gokul. There are a lot of fans
I'm very happy. I
getting
think.
popularity.
I think I'm gonna start my own club and basically just merchandise a jersey with my name and number on it. But again, I just hope you guys are tuning into the cricket on cricketlaunch.tv. Obviously, the link is in the chat. I'll put it in the chat again just in case you're somebody new who's watching and hasn't
The
actually used the
the
link.
kid is back out, Gokul. You see, kid is coming back to bowling. We have seen all the
Ashish.
kids are coming back to
Yeah,
bowl.
we saw a lot
They're
of
good at
good bowling
bowling.
performances, yeah, from the under 18 so far. So I have a lot of faith in him. I hope it goes well for him as well. Obviously trying to get like a
We
wicket
we don't
earlier.
have a lot of stats on him. Not quite sure, but to me he looks like a 15 or 15-year-old, 15 or 14-year-old. I would say very young at this level. He's coming and playing.
Yeah,
What do you guess his age is? Jay 19.
he's 19.
No, no. The jersey number is 19. I'm asking you, what do you think his age might be
I think
by
maybe
the looks?
about 18. He looks.
18.
I used to
He
look a
looks.
lot younger than that when I was 18, so I don't want to judge too much.
Ghost besties kid. I'm not quite sure if who the bestie is. 16, better for life. Says it is 16. So we have prediction for the age now.
Okay, I do not
There
want
we
to
go.
be
Very.
giving my predictions about a child's age. I think it's best if we don't, Kritish. Um, better for life to do whatever he wants, but I'm not going to join him on that. But good bowling so far. Let's say, as a youngster to come in and bowl in a very
Okay, now
important
let's go
part.
for the predictions for the next over for over number 9. What do you think?
I would say maybe five. No, I'm going to go six. I think Jahangir is going to
6 runs.
go ballistic next over if he doesn't already in this over. So I think at least six.
6. Yeah, there we go. Gogri agrees with 6. I would go for 4.
Okay, it's a brave assumption, Kritish. I'm not quite sure if four is the right way to go about it, considering Ashish is not going to be bowling that over. He's looked solid this over, so I think they probably have to go aggressive next over. They might get a wicket, and it might be four. But I just agree with a bit of a life and Gogri there. I think it's going to be at least 6 runs in that over. Again, just let you guys know as well, this is the fastest stream for this game in the world. So if you're watching us with any intentions of keeping up to date with this match, I would strongly recommend you click on that link in the chat and get on to cricketlaunch.tv and watch the game along with us. Rajendra is struggling a lot, isn't he?
That's definitely great bowling from Ashish. I would say, very great performance from an youngster. Bowling against an experienced batter, Rajendra and Jahangir, making them struggle, putting them under pressure.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to be there, Gokul. Pyro is crying in the corner.
I think Pyro's left. I don't even think Pyro's watching anymore. I think he's disappointed in himself, unfortunately. I think he got one or two predictions right in the end, I think, of the first innings, but overall, I think he's had a difficult day. Again, I say that, but he was backing Jahangir apparently, and I feel like there might be really, it might be a big, twist in the tail. Would you back Trinity at this point, Pritesh? 1% likelihood of them winning. Obviously, India, for example, in the history, everybody talks about how they came back from 1% and won as well. Mumbai Indians, RCB qualifying with
I
this
think if they
1%
reach
likelihood.
closer to 75
This might be
end
a good
of
case
10th over, then
of
they're very chance.
nepotism. I don't think it's nepotism, if I'm being honest. But again, what do I
This is
know?
a wicket. That's a wicket. I think my prediction is going to come right, Gokul.
I
It's
don't
going to
think
be
it's
4 runs of this
I
over.
actually don't think there was any
That's a
connection.
wicket.
I mean, he's walking. He's been given, but I don't think Jahangir actually
He
made
doesn't
contact.
argue back.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
doesn't argue
there is
back.
no third umpire
He's definitely.
referral, so there's no point of arguing back. You got to walk. You can't be
He
like
doesn't even seem upset. I think it's genuine that he had a contact with the
maybe.
bat.
There's good sportsmanship from
Jahangir.
him. It's not unlike Rahman in the first wicket loss. He didn't really argue with the umpire. He just walked. I actually think he's missed it completely. I don't think there's any bat involved with his body language, but he's been given out and then he's just walked. So good man.
Definitely,
Santosh
Santosh is better
yeah, I
than
think you have
Jahangir.
to
Yeah,
agree
we
now.
completely agree to that. Yeah.
Hussain is coming to bat. I think it's going to be, what, if you guys remember from the first innings, if you guys were tuning in from the beginning, Hussain was somebody who was very aggressive in that initial phases when he was bowling. He did try to throw the ball back at the umpire as well. Sorry, not the umpire. Apologies, at the batsman as well. So you might see a little bit of aggression from some of these players towards Hussain.
I think Gokri would have made fortunes if you have followed my tips. You guys should have followed my tips, to be honest. I said 4 for this over. If you backed
Yeah, there's still
under,
5 balls to go, Kritesh.
let's
Groggy
see,
would
let's
have made
see.
a fortune if you had followed my tips.
There, oh my
There goes the
god.
boundary of the first ball. There goes your prediction. Second ball. There's no point of making this
That's
prediction.
definitely a lucky shot. He got lucky
It
there.
doesn't matter. Luck doesn't exist
So
in
we don't
sport.
count that. We don't count that.
I believe that luck doesn't exist in sports. So he gets a boundary, and Pyro says Hussein out before next over. I think there's some jinx going on with you, Pyro. Everything that you've said has just gone the opposite way. Unfortunately, by the looks of it, you said
I should have known it is Gokul bowling who was not great. He's the one
Okay,
giving out
okay.
runs.
Gokul's got a wicket first ball. What are you talking about? The keeper shouldn't, be letting that
Oh my
go.
god. I think did it hit the helmet?
No, it hasn't hit the helmet. It's gone off the thigh, which has saved him.
Thigh,
We did
okay.
see this a couple of days ago, guys, where the ball hit the helmet, and there was
Five
five
penalty
penalty
run.
runs awarded to the batting team. Again, very dangerous to keep that helmet that close to you. Don't you think? Maybe push it back a little bit,
Yeah,
3 or 4 steps behind.
definitely.
Probably makes it a little
Definitely.
bit less likely for it to go through your legs and hit the helmet. Gokul again back in wide ball. There you go. Kritish's
What
so-called
is he appealing
prediction.
for?
Kritish's so-called prediction is no longer possible, guys. So definitely one more run, and I think everybody else who made the prediction wins. Really happy to see that because Kritish is very proud of the fact that he gets a lot of his predictions correct. So we need to make sure he stays humble. Big swing again. No hits, just misses from Shahada so far. Kritish is jinxes his own prediction. Yeah, I agree with. He does tend to do that a lot. He as soon as he starts boasting about his prediction, he ends up losing out on the predictions as well. So there you go. That's the sixth run. And I think all of us are happy, especially me and the chat. We're all happy with the prediction that we made.
Okay, before the last ball of this over, let's go for the predictions for the next over.
Yes, guys,
I
put your
would go with
predictions in for the next
I would go
over,
with
guys.
5 runs.
5 runs. I think
No,
I
4 runs.
think
I'm gonna stick. I'm gonna stick with 4 runs. I'm gonna
again, I
stick with
think
four
that's
runs.
really
Okay.
less. I think Rajendra's gonna go crazy next over for some reason. I'm gonna say 7 runs. Gogri says 9, and then
Okay, I'll
Pyro
stick with
says
5.
10. So quite a lot of faith in this batting.
I'm gonna stick
between
with
these
5
batters.
runs.
So you've gone 5. I have gone
Yeah.
7. Gogri's gone 9, and Pyro's gone 10. I don't think we have any updates from a Better for Life yet, unless he's already set 4. I think he has.
Yeah,
set
he
4.
he he did set 4.
Yeah,
So let's wait to see.
I think he's a bit too low, I would say, maybe because he doesn't even have to be the best bowling. But again, I did forget Ashish was bowling, so Rajendra might end up actually losing his wicket. I think it's a really good matchup between.
What happened the last ball, Gokul?
It was just a single, so 7 runs on the
Single.
previous.
So
over.
that doesn't mean you won. You guys
No,
won.
we said
It's
at
more
least
than
6.
6 runs.
We said at least 6.
No, it has to
Again,
be the number.
Chad,
You get the
did we
number,
win? Okay,
you win it or
we live in a
not.
democracy, Krish. Let's ask Chad, did we win or not? I'm pretty sure they're going to say yes. So, there we go. Gets off the mark in the over with a quick
So
single.
from now on, it is going to be like you have to guess the exact number. There is no closer, over, under. You can't say all those things. You have to get spot on.
Okay. I said 7
So
for this over, and I'm going to stick with it. I have a feeling Hussein is going to get out though, because Pyro said that Hussein is going to get out before the end of the next over, which is obviously now. Let's see if Pyro can at least get 1 or 2 predictions correct. Hopefully he can, for his sake.
ooh,
Oh, he almost got it. He almost got it. There you go. See, maybe Pyro is on to something that we're not giving him the plaudits. Better for Life agrees. It was very close. Let's see if Ashish is a true talent. There's a little bit of scouting going on as well in the chat. He almost got
maybe
a wicket
we
off.
never know.
You never know.
Gogri might now have a lot of contacts very similar to Better for Life.
Yeah.
He might be able to give Ashish a better contract and sponsorship.
Yeah, I think
There we go.
somewhere-
Are you sticking with the predictions, Gokul?
I think I am.
I think
Yeah.
my-
All you need is like a wide or a couple of like a boundary, something for them to end up getting to that target. Ashish bowled really well. There's a lot of miscommunication in the field. I think Rajendra sends Hussein back. I think Rajendra wants to make sure that Pyro loses the prediction of Hussein getting out in this over. He might be the one who ends up getting out. Let's have a look. There's a big shot, big heave on the leg side. There is a fielder there
Just
to
a
protect the
single,
boundaries.
yeah.
It's just a single. So
Come on, guys. We need a 2 of the last delivery. Hussein, come on. You can do it. We need a 2 of this last delivery.
just to let you know, Kritish, they were at 55 in the power play in the first inning. So very disappointing response from Trinity. Big shot.
No, I was telling that Gogri and Cricket Better for Life have come out with their predictions for the upcoming over,
Yeah.
which is 4 for Cricket Better for Life. Gogri have gone 6.
I'll go 5.
I'm going to stick with 5.
Yeah, you know what?
5.
You know what? Just because you said 5, Pritesh, I'm going 7 for this over. Let's have a look.
Okay.
I want to be this.
It is the expensive man again, Gokul, who can't bowl well.
He's got a wicket
There
first
was
ball.
wicket.
It
My
was-
God.
It was a really bad ball, and Pyro's prediction comes one ball too late. Unfortunately for Pyro, he said Hossain would be out the previous over, but he somehow ended up surviving that over thanks to Rajendra facing more balls. Ends up coming gets bowled out in his first ball. It was a really bad ball. Like a slow full toss on the middle stump. You would expect that to be dispatched for a 6. If Santosh was batting, that ball is ending up in Saudi Arabia. I don't think he would have let go of a chance like that. I think the bowler is equally happy. He wasn't expecting.
I don't think bowler is happy. I think he's quite surprised
Yeah, I
that
think
he got a wicket off
confused
such
how
a
he ended up
bad ball.
getting- I think Pyro said 10 runs of the over, and in the first ball, he ends up getting bowled out. Harikrishnan, the new batsman,
This is a
left-hander.
left-handed batsman.
Yeah, let's have
We've
a
never
look
seen a
and
lot of left-handed batsmen, right, Gokul? We haven't seen a lot of them. It's very
Yeah,
rare you see a
let's
left-handed
see
batsman in
if,
this tournament.
Let's see if Gautam Gambhir's thought process of bringing left-hand, right-hand combination actually ends up working out for these guys. Let us know if you guys believe in Gautam Gambhir's.
Definitely
way.
doesn't go any lower. If it has to go any lower, it should be like
Yeah, I think
0.001%, I would
statistically
say.
it can't go any lower, but Harikrishna, you never know. He might be a Rahul Tewatia, left-handed batsman coming in and single-handedly winning the game for his team. Maybe a Rinku Singh. You never know. So let's have a look to see if Rajendra can do anything. He's only scored 10 runs of the 17 balls that he's faced. Honestly, it feels like I'm watching a test match at this point. 57 for 4. It's like day 4 of a test match when the team batting second is struggling. Top edge over the field that had
It's
like
gone
a
for a
gully
4,
and
I
it gets a
think.
boundary. So I think Rajendra probably thinks he wanted to play that shot. I don't agree with that, but he ends up getting the 4 runs nonetheless. So the 10 runs that Pyro said is still potentially on the cards with that boundary coming in the third ball of the overs. They're basically halfway there now, and they have 3 balls now to basically get the rest of the 5 runs. I obviously said 7 runs. There is a fielder that is going to cover that, so it's just going to be 1. Gogri says 6, and Cricket Better for Life surprisingly gets a wrong prediction. So he said only 4 runs of the over. They've already got 6, which is what Kritesh predicted. So in the next 2 balls, if it's dot balls, Kritesh wins. Gogri said 6 as well. So I think Gogri and Kritesh probably wants to. No, Kritesh actually said 5 if I remember correctly, and
Yeah.
Gogri said 6. So both of the so-called insight specialists, one in the chat and one in the stream, both getting it wrong. Wide ball. Thank you very much. 7 runs of the over already.
Which also means that there is 2 more ball left in this over.
Yeah, I mean, again,
And he'll be able to
I
score a
am
lot of
closer
runs.
than the rest of you, so that's a personal win for me. If not,
we
Pyro
have
probably
spoken
ends
about
up
this
winning
before.
it. So it's your choice. You guys.
We have spoken about this before, Gokul. There is no closer.
That's
It's
okay.
a
I'm
win
just
or
saying,
loss. It's a
my
win or
predictions
lose.
were closer in my mind, and I'm happy with that. But
Okay.
Pyro predicted 10, and if it's anything more than a single at this point, there you go, dot ball. One of the 2 dot balls. There you go, Kritesh. So I think let's just wait till the end of the over before you take any jibes at me. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens in the last ball. If they do get a boundary in this ball, Pyro's prediction probably becomes the most accurate one. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with Harikrishna. And it's a big dot ball in the air, but just past him, and unfortunately, it
Both
is
of
a
you lose,
single.
Gokul.
Again,
Both of you lose.
It is a
It
moral
doesn't.
win.
Pyro did not win. You did not win.
It's a moral win for me. I was the closest of all of them.
Okay, let's go. Come on, let's go for this over. What do you think for this over, Gokul? Let's go for our predictions.
I think
I would
3.
say 7.
I'm saying
7. 3.
Yeah.
I'm going for 7.
What do you guys think in the chat? Come on, guys. Pyro says 6.
6.
Pyro was very brave with a 10. I don't know if it's the smartest
Another
thing to
6.
say.
Oh, there's a change of bowling, Gokul. Do you still want to stick with the decision of
You know
3
what?
for
I
this over?
believe in Vincent. I think Vincent is the GOAT. Underrated. Over 40-man gentleman, I think he is. I'm not quite sure of his age. But I feel like he is going to come in and get a wicket. You know what? I'm so confident. I'm going to say my
Eight
prediction
runs. That's
also
a change.
includes a wicket.
What a slow
Oh,
ball!
he's almost got him first ball. Incredibly well bowled by Vinay. This is why you do not judge a book
It
by
looks
its
like
cover,
he's bowling
Kritish.
it. The bowling looks like he's bowling to his child.
It doesn't
Very
matter, Kritish.
slow
It does
ball.
not matter.
You see, there
That's
we
a
go.
big swing. Hari Krishna, is there a fielder in the deep? There is a fielder. He drops it.
He drops
And
it.
he ends
Oh my
up
god. He
pushing it
juggles
for a
it.
four.
Juggles it. Wait, I think
And
he
he
was
saved
saved.
it.
I
I'm not
think
quite
he
sure.
had
I
saved
think the
it.
umpire's probably going to have to look at it. But he dropped a catch and it almost hits it with his palm for a four. And it's given six. I think. Is it given six? No, it's not given six. It's given as just 2 runs. I think Vincent's going to be very disappointed. You know, he could have had a wicket second ball, Kritish. And my prediction would have come correct as well with the catch and the wicket. Still in the cards, obviously. It's hit his pads.
Very
Dot
bad
ball.
batting from him.
I did predict 3 runs, and my prediction is still active. But I already said 6 and then changed it to 8. I'm going to take 8 as the final option. Pyro said
I
6.
yes 7. Let's see.
As he squirms it through backward point. I think they're going to run 2. I think
Two
there goes
runs.
my prediction. But it could have been accurate if the fielder was able to take the catch. So I feel a bit hard done by the fielding effort of that
So
player.
all we need is a 2 run and then a single. Come on, guys.
Yeah, but you can say that.
Come on, Hare Krishna.
To say that, it's just easy to say that, oh, we need 2 and a single, but I don't think it's going to be the case. I think he's going to get a wicket. It's going to be another single. So, 4 of the overs so far with 2 balls to go. Anything that isn't 3 runs, remember, Kritish, you lose your prediction. So we just have to wait
Sure.
and see if Kritish deserves to say that he is the prediction king, the inside specialist. Shouldn't
Is Vinith a slow bowler? There is no such thing as slow bowler, but he's definitely the slowest bowler.
I would say he's a right arm slow spin, I guess. He's not really spinning the ball. Oh, that's a big shot from Rajendra. Is that going to go all the way? I don't think there's a fielder there. So
There's
he's
a
going to get
six.
at least 4. So there goes
There's
all
a
of your
6.
predictions.
It's all of our prediction gone.
Rajendra, technically, maybe even keeping them still in the game. I think it is probably gone. I think better for
Cricket
life.
better
is
for
some
life
6
comes
for the next
it's in the next
over.
over.
I'm going to go 8. I wonder
I'm gonna go
about,
7.
I'm going to go
I'm
4.
gonna go 7. I'm gonna go 7
8,
again.
7, 6, and 10 again from Pyro. I think Pyro. Pyro's an over 2. I think, yeah, he is. Yeah, there you go. Pyro predicted 10 the previous over. I think Pyro's vision is so solid. It just happens to be an over 2 ahead. But again, overall, if you look at it, it's been a solid performance so far from the bowling side here, the Thundercats. Gokul's the bowler back in now. I'm not quite sure if his name is Gokul or the name that comes up on the screen. He might just be wearing somebody else's
Okay.
jersey. Shahadat is what we have on our record on
I
this.
think his name is Shahzad Hussain. That is his name. Maybe they don't have enough jersey for him. They would have thought we're not including him.
Pyro lost his bank balance and grew his brain. It's a lot of unnecessary personal shots there from Better for Life. Let's have a look to see what Hari Krishna does. Chips it in the air again. Luckily, there's a fielder there. I would surely recommend, if I could, to keep a fielder in the 30-yard circle in that catching position. Rajendra feels something is off, in his chest area, doing a lot of stretches. But obviously, this looks interesting now. Rajendra obviously hit a 6 in the previous ball that he faced in the last over. Joe Maddock is back in the chat as well. Hits it into the ground. They're going to sneak a single. Where do you think they're going to finish this innings now, Pritesh? Do you think they're going to be able to get 130 or is that too much?
I don't think 130 is a possibility. I think it's going to be under 120, I would say.
Yeah, Hari Krishna
I'm-
has got
I
8
mean-
of 9. He's probably gone
Yeah.
faster than some.
I would say for the innings, it's going to be 123 to be sure, precise.
So it is a wide ball. Good work from the keeper. Almost got the batsman Hari Krishna off guard. Almost ended up getting a wicket there, but unfortunately ends up not being enough. Shout out obviously.
Come on, guys, let's have a prediction for the innings. I'm going to go with 123 to be precise.
I'm gonna go 125 as a good clean number. Go
128.
How many balls?
So all of you want to stay in 120 region. You don't want to go higher or lower than that. 132 cricket ball of our life.
There was a question about the amount of boundaries in this innings. Was it about the innings of the game so far? Because in this innings, obviously, they haven't really done a lot when it comes to boundaries. I think there's been what, six sixes, and no, not six sixes. That was in the first innings. Apologies. Let's have
That's a
look. Maybe
4.
two
Oh
sixes
my god.
and
That is 8 runs, Gokul, of this over. What were the predictions?
mine was actually
So,
eight. So mine is basically on target. If he doesn't give any more runs away, Pyro set 10. So Pyro's probably the most likely now with two balls remaining.
I
Uh,
think Gogre also has a chance of, because he had predicted 9, so
yeah, better for
there's a
life.
chance.
It's been a while since better for life, but any of its predictions correct. To be fair, I mean, he said predicted six, and I've already got 9 runs. I think it looks like Pyro might be getting a little bit more action when it comes to the predictions. But again, just to let you guys know, obviously this match is live on cricketlaunch.tv. So if you guys would want to watch this, make sure to click on the link that's pinned in the chat box. I'll put the link in again in case you're finding it difficult to view the link. Also, caught bold effort and then almost a run out
Oh,
effort in the end. A lot of things happening there. It's gone up to third umpire. It might actually be a run out because Rajendra obviously tried
that
walking out
also
to
means
squeeze.
it's going to be spot on for Gogri Gokul. He predicted 9 runs of this over, so
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, the predictions come true anyway. With the 9 runs in the over, it does again look like it's been a while since Better for Life has got a prediction correct. But if you look at it as to what has happened there, again, if you guys are not watching the match, there's another reason for you to be watching the match live on cricketlounge.tv. A lot of things happening. So the bowler bowls the ball, basically gets hit straight
he's
back. And then it basically hits his palm and then ends up going and hitting the stumps. But in the end, the catch getting dropped and the run out not quite working out as well. So Hari Krishna not costing his teammate his wicket. Rajendra going to face the youngster again, Ashish coming back into the bowling attack, 84 for 4. So that initial threat of maybe an all out being
Let's have
landed.
a quick prediction for this over, Gokul. I would go with 7 runs.
I'm thinking 4.
Oh, they're not wide.
No, I think it's just clipped his pants.
Oh, 6 runs. 6.
Yeah, another 6.
Let's go.
Only male market, I concentrate and let the newbie fishes like pirate get something after losing his bank account. He's gone for 3
3.
in this over. I think that's a bit.
That's a brave
He
prediction from
believes in the
Cricket.
youngster. That's one thing I really like about Cricket Better for Life.
Ooh.
That should be an appeal. I don't know why he hasn't appealed. I would have appealed for that, and ends up being just a dot ball. I'm convinced that was out, but for some reason nobody went up. Unless there was some bat involved. Let's see if we can get a replay.
It's a great bowling from Ashish. We should definitely
Yeah,
give
just
credits to him.
6 of the 14 balls so far. Again, a really bad field.
I'm
He's
not
let
sure.
his ball
He's
run.
unable.
He can't walk in the infield. I think they're going to run 2 in the end. Might be a run out as well. I think
That's okay.
he's ran himself out. So unfortunately, really poor cricket all around except for the ball, obviously. That's just really
So
bad
I think
fielding.
Cricket Better for Life might have guessed it right. 3. Let's
I
see.
mean, it's 2
Just one
already,
so
I
far.
think. Oh, no,
I
yeah,
think it's just
2.
one.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just one so far. So we've got 3 more balls to score 2 more runs to get his prediction
Do
right.
you think Rajendra is going to be disappointed in himself? Obviously, this is the replay of the run out now. He runs really late for that first call. Obviously, he doesn't really run at full pelt. Realizes he can actually get a second and then turns around and goes. And he's just like walking almost, and he's never really put in enough effort to make it back for that second run. Ashish is very happy, probably very disappointed with the infield effort, but are you guessing or manifesting?
Manifesting.
I think uncles can't walk. Again, it's very rude of you to call him uncle. I'm not quite sure how old you are, but there's no need to be calling somebody an uncle in this day and age. But again, overall, do you think the Thundercats have done really well, Kritish?
Yeah, definitely they've done really well. We never expected them to score 173. They proved us wrong. They made a great total to be defending it comfortably. And we can see they're enjoying the cricket. They're giving chances for the youngster, and he's clearly dominating the game. He's taken the wicket as well. I mean, the wicket has been not given to him, but he was the one who is putting more pressure on the batsman. So yeah, they've planned it very well, Thundercats. They've planned everything out very well, and execution is perfect. There you go. There's no runs.
Yeah.
So all the predictions for the game confirmed are done already. So just analyzing. Okay. That's very confident statement from Cricket Better for Life. All the predictions he has
Gogri,
made
if you
us.
remember, it was not a wicket, it was a run out. So obviously the bowler is not going to get the wicket allocated to their name for a run out. It goes to the fielder. Um, Again, suicidal running. We saw that yesterday as well. Throwing
Yeah.
their wickets away. All predictions for the games are confirmed, are done already. So just analyzing, says Better for Life. Guess, Pyro probably isn't happy with your analysis because I don't think he's responding to you anymore. Again, we 5 balls over here. You still need 2 runs if you want to get your predictions. Sorry, 1 run if you want to get your predictions correct there. Better for Life.
I'm not quite sure what happens. It's been a 5 ball over. There is one more ball left to be bowled. They're going back. I think, yeah. One. Ashish has to come and bowl his last over. I think he was very happy he got the wicket. Just 1 run, and he was happy that his job is done, but it's not done yet. Come on, Ashish. You have to go. Give 2 runs to make Cricket Better for Life's predictions come
No, he
right.
needs 1 because remember they ran 1 already for the run out. So they'll
So
still
yeah,
have that run.
oh yeah, correct.
And Ashish with a really bad ball. There's a wide and then they run an extra run. So unfortunately,
That'd be good.
Better
Cricket
for
Better for
Life
Life.
loses the prediction.
Oh, there's a wide.
Yeah, so it's a
That's why.
wide and a by. So basically 1 wide. Unfortunately, that looks like cricket.
So
Better
my
for Life
prediction
loses
of
prediction.
5 run is coming. I think so.
But lost your bank account like stupid. Okay. Only analyze big games, not interested in small fish, says Pyro. I can't remember what Pyro said his prediction was. Pyro predicted 6 runs in this over. And it was only 4. And guess who did predict 4 runs? Just to make sure everybody, including Kritesh, is aware. I predicted 4 runs in this over. And just exactly how I predicted, it ended up being 4 runs with the wicket, which again was something that I said. So maybe it's not all of you who needs to, give your predictions. It is me who should be giving my predictions because it looks like it has come true again for a third time this innings.
So your prediction for the innings was 128, right,
No,
Gokul?
mine was 125. I think Pyro said
125.
128 and Gogri I think also said 128. Um, but
No,
I'm,
Gogri said, I think 109, 112 he said.
that's crazy.
Cricket Better for Life has gone with 132,
You know
and my
what?
prediction was 123. Let's see who wins. They will be the ultimate
You
winner.
know what?
Whoever wins the
Gogri
whoever
might,
predicts the innings
Gogri might
perfectly.
actually win because I can see a Santosh wicket coming in as well.
Ooh.
There you go. I think that's going down leg, but that's what you can expect from a player like Santosh. He's got the quality, he's got the pace, and at this level, I don't think the batsmen are going to be able to face him comfortably enough.
So
I think they're going to struggle a bit.
let's make a final call. Whoever gets very closer to the prediction for
Oh, I thought you had to get
innings
it
will
exactly
be
correct
that.
with it.
Yeah, yeah, okay,
Are you not
okay, it's
confident?
fine.
No, I'm
Okay, I'm
happy
saying to
to.
get the ultimate winner, I would say. Okay, let's say whoever gets the exact number will be crowned the ultimate winner for
No,
today.
I'm saying I'm happy with
Exact numbers.
the close enough number.
No,
But what
no,
I'm saying
we'll go.
is you had a problem with that. You kept saying you
Yeah,
wanted the
okay,
exact
it's
number.
fine.
But
It's
I'm
fine.
happy.
We'll go with exact number. We'll ask the chat what do they want.
Yeah, I think
We'll go
Gogri
accordingly.
is going to find it difficult considering there's only 13 runs left. So unless Gogri does like Santosh a lot, and unless Santosh does a madness and gets a few wickets now, I think it's going to be very unlikely. Again, I'm not quite sure why a person of Santosh's height is bowling with a 3-step run up. It doesn't quite make sense for him to be running in with like such a small run up, obviously, and trying to bowl 22 runs, says Gogri. Don't think your math is
Ooh, that's a
bad.
wicket. That I think I'm convinced it's a wicket,
I'm
but
pretty sure it should be a wicket as well, but the umpire doesn't say. I think maybe the height might be the only problem there. Obviously, the batsman,
yeah.
Hari Krishna, is a tall guy. And Gogri says 22 runs. Yeah, and I understand that, but what I'm trying to say is within the next few overs, they're going to score runs, obviously. So you might be, undervaluing the amount
Ooh,
of
that's a
runs that they need.
great swing.
A good effort from the wicketkeeper again. I don't think he should go upstairs for that because he's got a direct hit. and Harikrishna was loitering around his crease when the keeper decided to throw it. So again, maybe might just be worth having a look.
Are they going upstairs? I don't think so.
No, I don't think they're going upstairs. They might be. I'm not quite sure. Oh yeah, I think they are going upstairs now.
No more extras, please.
Yeah, there you go. I was saying he was loitering around, but I think he just got back in just in time.
Just in
So
time, just
Harikrishna,
in time.
still having the presence of mind to get his get his back into the line. One thing I don't understand is Kritesh. Just let me know if you agree with me on this. This is a very domestic Kuwaiti division game, right? How are
Yeah.
they able to have a third umpire referral much quicker than like an IPL game or an Indian domestic match?
I
Uh, I'm a bit
the
saddened by
no
it.
no 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 offense, but the games happening all over India, not just the IPL. We should also consider all other leagues like TNPL or Maharaja cricket.
Yeah.
They take a lot of time, not only for the third umpire call, but also
Any
for
review.
any reviews. Even the bowlers taking time to set the fielding, everything. They take a lot of time. That's it's quite sad, I would say. They should focus on the game, be quick. That's what you need from a sportsman. But they take a lot of time using it for the advertisements and other stuff, trying to make money out of it.
Exactly. That's
So,
another reason why you guys should be watching the cricket on cricketlounge.tv, guys. No advertisements. All of the cricket is just cricket. That's what you're there for. That's what you see. And, it's quick paced, good
I think
quality cricket.
Cricket Better for Life is not agreeing to it. He says unnecessary commentary, but this is something we need to talk about
Exactly. You need to
definitely.
address the problems that plague the game, right? He said I meant with third umpire. Yeah, I mean, but why does the third umpire have to take 15 minutes to come up with a decision when in other competitions like this competition, for example, maybe with less quality or maybe a run
Oh
out,
my God.
almost ran into the
We got
umpire.
it.
Umpire is a bit confused as to what was happening there. Umpire was obviously looking at the ball as well, and the ground striker just basically made
Umpire,
a
umpire is showing the path to run.
the
I
umpire is
think
having a
maybe he's
word with the
just.
batsman. It's a very strong word as well. I'm not quite sure why the umpire is upset. Mickey almost ran into the umpire there, and obviously Ashish got out of the way very early. Obviously, he's very young. He doesn't want to get any injuries because of Hafiz G running straight into him. Umpire is still shouting at Hafiz G because of the running intent from a couple of balls ago. Rohit Sharma on the big screen for 6 seconds. Why do you have a problem with Rohit Sharma there?
Oh, that's a wicket. That should be a
I
wicket.
think that actually probably should have been a wicket as well. All for the crowd, I guess. Yeah, it makes it a little bit more dramatic when it takes a little bit longer for them to come up with a decision. Uh,
I think not
led
just
by
10 replies before decision, it has 10 replies for 10 different angles, I would say, which is costing a lot of time and frustration for the fans like us who is waiting just to see the action instead of looking at the TV for a longer time,
yeah,
big screen for a
definitely.
longer time. Ashish, do you think he'll be able to finish his spell under 15 runs?
I hope he gets a wicket. To be fair, he's deserved it. He's probably been one of the better bowlers, in this team. Very economical. There was a couple of run-outs as well during his bowling because of all the pressure that he put. Obviously, he's only gone for 13 so far. He has a ball left, but I think he definitely deserves a wicket. Last ball, let's have a look. He flies it up,
I think
invites the
there
shot. It
might be a
might be a
wicket.
chance. There's a fielder in the deep, but it doesn't have enough on it to even get to the fielder. So Hafizji's connection not good enough for that to even be a potential wicket.
Great
Umpire
bowling
is
from
still
Ashish.
very disappointed with Hafizji, giving Hafizji some looks. It's never nice when the umpire is angry at you. So let's just hope that
That
Hafizji
doesn't work out well.
doesn't have any potential LBW appeals that go against him. Um,
Yeah. We should say hats off to Ashish. He has had a great spell, giving out only 14 runs.
yeah, 14 runs in 4 overs
Great bowling
as
from a
a
youngster.
teenager is incredible. I feel like he deserves a lot of the the plaudits. He did really well there. and to constrict them from being able to score any runs, not giving them any outlets. But overall, I think Hafiz G, uh, he's tried to make a run there as well, and I think the umpire is going to go and probably have a word with it. Umpire is not happy. I was giving him some looks.
No offense, but to me, Hafiz feels like a lorry without brakes. You know what I mean?
Okay, you can't be saying that. I
He
cannot.
doesn't have a control
I
over
cannot
his body.
tolerate fat shaming, please, Pratish. That's not accepted in the cricketlounge.tv page.
Can you see his run?
Guys, I really hope you guys are watching this on the live stream because it is very interesting running tactics from Hafiz G. He's almost running at the wicketkeeper, only moving out of the way in the last minute. Wicketkeeper is afraid whether he should go for the ball or get out of the way of
I think he should be
Hafiz
fixed.
G. Santosh bowling at pace. Hafiz G hooks him. Let's have a look to see if there's a fielder there. And unfortunately, it does look like Hafiz G is caught in square leg. I'm very
See,
sad.
that's what I was talking about, Kukul. You should be focusing on brakes, not on steering. He's focusing on steering, not on brakes.
Unfortunately, Hafiz G has to go for 7 of 9. Valiant effort, tried to intimidate the fielders and the umpire as well at times, but all good things come to an end, and Hafiz G goes to 7 of 9
Very
balls.
unfortunate. I was expecting a lot of entertainment from
Especially
Hafiz
after
G,
all of the
but
broad catches today, I'm really disappointed that they actually held on to that catch. I feel like they did it personally almost because of Hafiz G. They were intimidated. They couldn't afford to keep him, in the field. So we have Aleem back in the middle. He's batting now. Let's have a look. It's a really interesting batting stance. If any of you remember Trent Bolt's flamingo style defense, that's what
I
Ali
think
reminds me of.
Cricket Better for Life went in search of a picture of Pyro, and he comes out with a picture of Pyro crying in the corner.
I think we might have to get this umpire to come and talk to the two of these two as well because of all of the aggression. Ooh, a little bit of movement again for Santosh. I'm pretty sure
I think
that
with 3 more overs left, we might be looking for 112, what Gogri had predicted. What do you think, Gokul?
you never know actually. If Santosh still has an over
13 more
left after
runs.
this as well, so
Yeah,
I think
13
there
more
is
runs.
obviously the likelihood of there being some form of difficulty in their ability to score runs. So I think in the end,
Swin
probably
Spinners.
might be the actual underrated, insightful person in this conversation because KK Better for Life had a crazy prediction. I think it's about 132. I think
132.
that looks way out of their reach now, especially with Hafiz G not in the crease anymore. I think now they're going to struggle, especially I think Santosh is going to come back and bowl the last over as well.
Yeah.
Um, who is the new bowler? It depends on if they can score runs off them. And if you've also noticed, Kritesh, they've been very defensive with their fielding. I think you've seen a lot of fielders on the boundary. They're happy to concede the ones and twos because they know that realistically the ones and twos are not going to cost them
Yeah.
anything. It's just
I
5
think
wide
now it might
incoming.
be Kabir coming in. I don't know who Guru is. Is it a new bowler?
I'm
I was
not quite
expecting
sure, Kritesh.
Kabir Ahmed to come in. He has taken 2 wickets, controlling them for 11 runs in the 2 overs. Sri Raga, new bowler, quite interesting. I think they're giving chances to the other
Yeah, and
bowlers
Hari
as
Krishna's
well.
happy to take him on again. No real connection. Patrice is no ball. Is it because you think he's chucking? Because I feel like this probably might be a little bit more of a questionable action than Santosh. I think Santosh is bowling pretty straightforward. I'm not quite sure what Better for Life assumed as chucking in Santosh's action. It might just be because of the way he releases the ball. Not quite sure. This isn't chuck either, and he gets a hold of that. I think that's going to be a couple of runs as well. No real power
Just a single there.
with these batsmen. They're not able to score consistently. Better for Life very confident that Santosh was chucking up again. I'm not quite sure. I think we'll have to just wait and watch when he comes into bowl again. Harikrishna 13 of 22. I feel like all of these batsmen almost playing test match cricket because of how fixated they are in trying to hit the ball instead of trying to rotate strike. The LBW appeal, maybe that's the reason why the umpire didn't give it. Not quite sure. Just have to wait and see.
So we need 9 runs of 15 balls. Do you think it is a possible
I
to
think
make Gogri the ultimate winner for
I
today's
think they should at
predictions?
least score 9 runs in 15 balls. Regardless, it goes inside out over covers. There is a fielder who will cover it there again.
Oh my God, that is a very bad fielding from.
I'm sure they
Wow.
run two, so that's going to help that 9 runs target for them. Aleem doesn't really fill me with confidence, Kritesh, if I'm being honest with you, when it comes to being able to chase this target down of 9 runs that you said. He's stepped out. He probably ran down the track. I think he was there 3 working days before the bowler even bowled the ball, and he's probably going to get run out as well.
That's
So
another big catch.
he probably should have saved a little bit of the running for the actual runs that he was trying to run instead of stepping out. Unfortunately, it looks like another wicket. So they're 7 down, 105 or 7. Aleem goes for 4 of 4. I think, no, sorry, 5 of 4 because they did complete that first run. Um,
Do you
what are
think
your
there is
thoughts?
a possibility for all-out Gokul from here?
Yeah, definitely.
They've got two better
It's
better
only
bowlers to come in.
three overs to go, and I think they still have an over for Santosh. Who's going to come in and bowl a pretty good pace, to that lower order. I feel like there's definitely a chance. Yeah, Aleem. I'm not quite sure why Aleem was looking at the wicketkeeper more than he was looking at the crease. Ashik's the new batsman. Let's have a look to see if Pyro will hit 12 sixes now and win his money. Let's have a look. Is Ashik tried hitting it? I mean, I'm not quite sure if they even
Then
want to
I
run.
don't think Pyro even made a prediction for the innings. What do you think?
Now,
Let
I
me
think
go up
Pyro was
check.
backing Trinity to win the game in the first innings. So I think that's
Yeah.
what better for life is referring to.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I think Better for Life will not be crowned the winner of predictions for today.
I'm confident that Better
Definitely.
for Life is not winning that bet. Let's say what 112 was Gogri's prediction.
112. Balance 1.28. I'm not sure if it is a million or just 1.28 rupees. Better for Life.
I think my
He still, Gogri still sticks with 112. Very confident about that. With 2 more overs to go.
I think Gogri knows something
6
that we
runs.
don't know, Kritesh. Maybe there are
Yeah.
3 wickets that are going to fall in quick succession. Again, you are in that second place. I think you said about 128. How much was it that you said?
My prediction was 123, Goku. There we go. That's a
Catch.
wicket. I
There
think.
you go. Gogri knows exactly what Gogri is talking about. So, again, hopefully we are pronouncing it correct. J. Gogri. But again, Gogri knows exactly what they're talking about. They get the wicket. 6 runs, 11 balls, and 2 wickets.
Yep,
And
11
Hari
balls.
Krishna goes after a very disappointing 14 of 24. Kabir coming back into the attack, left arm spin, obviously working out again. Shock. We haven't seen that before, have we? So it's obviously smart captaincy. And I think Gogri is the GOAT. I think Gogri knows exactly what they're talking about.
Definitely, Gogri is the god.
I think there was a period where
I
all
think.
of us laughed at that prediction.
I think Yusfi never expected to come in and bat. You can see because of the cold during the evening time at Kuwait, he has jackets on. I did
Yeah.
not have a great time warming up,
He's
so
got the
he
jersey
decided
number
to come
for
up with a.
No, you got the jersey number for Shubman Gill. That might be his, his inspiration, his role model. So let's have a look to see if he can actually do anything with the bat.
Better for Life says PT Master is in.
PT
Maybe he was PT Master for him. I think
That's a really good ball, left
Yusufi.
arm, arm
Oh, but
ball.
that's a bad fielding.
Through the legs,
We
guys.
we know
Pana.
we know that you are winning the game. Doesn't mean you can be lazy at this point. Come on, guys, show some spirit. Even
Kritesh,
though
if
you're
you were the
winning.
captain, would you just bring all the fielders in against the spinner? He's got 4 balls. He could probably get another couple of wickets as well here.
No, if to be honest, if I was captain, I would ask all my players to go relax. We are winning the game
That's very
anyway.
unnecessary. There you go. There's a boundary there, Kritesh. You cannot be making fun of Ashik because Ashik is the kind of player who can get you runs, and he's shown it time and time again, and he gets you the boundary. I'm sorry, I don't think that is that Ashik? It is Ashik, isn't it? So I think it is Ashik. So you can't be dismissing Ashik's ability to score runs, Kritesh. That's all I'm saying.
Let's see. I think Pyro's prediction won't be coming through.
It's another shot in a very similar location. It goes the other way of backward point this time. It's just going to
That's the
be
youngster saving it.
couple of runs. So we've already got to 113.
112. Yeah, 113. We've crossed 112 and we've gone to 113. Very sorry, Gogri. You're not the
I mean,
winner
no,
for
you
today.
did say
And
who's closer. So we'll have to wait and see who's closer.
okay, it's fine. It's fine. Let's see.
But
In
again,
that case,
I'm
it
just going
might
to
be
win the
me.
prediction anyway, so I don't think I'm afraid. Oh,
Oh,
it's
it's
a
high up
massive
there.
shot. Ashik straight on the ground. I think that's going to be two bounces and it's going to go for four. Why is Ashik coming to bat so like late in the innings? I'm not quite sure. He's looked absolutely solid. PT Master looks fit, says better for life. I'm not quite sure I agree with that statement. But Ashik is not here to waste any time. He's absolutely crunched that over the bowler's head. Two bounces and it goes for four. So I think Kritish, your prediction might be, potentially in the game now. How much did you say? 123, 6 runs,
123.
seven
Spot on it's going to
balls.
be. With Santosh to bowl the last
We'll
over.
have a look,
Definitely,
Kritish.
it
We'll
is
have a
possible.
look. That's what happens when money is involved. Cuts it again. Probably going to just stick with the single. Do they run? Not quite sure.
I don't think there was a single. Just 117. Come on, guys. We just need 6 runs of the last over.
6 runs for you, 8 runs for me. So let's just
Let's
not
see.
get
Let's
too
see.
ahead of ourselves. And technically, Pyro is also still in this conversation because if I need 8, he only needs 11. So if USV PT Master can come and hit, quick
15
cameo,
for me.
11 runs, Pyro will end up winning the
I think
main
still
pair
Cricket Better for
tournament.
Life is convinced that Ashik might be able to help him get to the victory of 132
Ashik
runs.
Banaya, Ashik
I don't, I
Banaya.
don't, I don't understand why did they not use Santosh? They're going with,
Oh,
oh
there
my
you go.
God,
What a first touch, tiki taka. They actually go for two, do they not? No, they don't. Fielder just casually walking up to the ball.
these guys are
I'm
getting
sure he's
lazy
hurt
now.
his feet as well. There's no need for you to put your feet out to block that.
Come on,
They're asking
five
what
more
does he get
runs,
injured and then
five
not
more
playing next
runs,
game.
guys. Come on, 5 more runs.
He's flicked it down the leg. They're probably gonna
I
just
think they're going to run a ball at this point and
have to see
make me
Kritish.
win.
Because every dot ball then basically goes against you because obviously that puts more pressure on them to score more runs.
So we go third ball of the final over.
Ah, so a big shot. Ends up being a
Ends up
dot ball. Oh no,
dot
Kritesh.
ball.
Your prediction is on the line. We got more Ashik Banaya fans in the chat. Yes, thank you for the compliment
Come
on
on,
my
Gokul.
voice.
Maybe
Appreciate it.
you might have to sing a song for them. They're happy with your voice.
If Ashik gets a boundary, I'll sing Ashik Banaya.
Come on,
Okay.
guys. Let's
Boundary
pray for
Banaya
Ashik.
Ashik ne. Boundary Banaya. Boundary Banaya. Boundary Banaya Ashik ne. There you go. What's that? Ravindra Jadeja against Australia put his hand out, tried to get a catch, but it's just a single cricket. It looks like you might actually end up losing your prediction as well. If it's a single in this ball, you lose. If it's a double, you win. If it's a four, I win. And if it's a six, then everybody's favorite
Pyro wins.
Pyro wins. So let's just have a look. It's a dot ball. Oh no, unfortunately, Kritish, it looks like you have lost the prediction. But it's fine.
You,
It's the end of the game. It's
you
121
also
for
said
it.
it was
After
you
the
who said in the
20
last over who
overs,
gets very closer to
somehow
the.
they're able to somehow they're able to finish the innings without getting
Okay.
out. Nobody really
It's okay,
batted well.
Gokul. Even it doesn't matter. We didn't have a boundary. Still, it's okay. You can sing a song for us. That's what
No,
everybody is
I
waiting.
think Kritish is the closest. Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Technically, he
yeah,
wins the prediction. He is the insights guru, so it's fair that he ends up winning the prediction
yeah.
anyway. Again, just to go through the scores, guys, nobody in the Trinity team really making any difference to their innings. Nobody got a start. Very slow innings for most people. Rajendra was the only guy who looked like he was going to be able to do anything. In the end, he struggled to 121 for 8 in the 20 overs.
I think Gokul. Sorry to cut you. I think Cricket Better for Life is still waiting for Ashik Banaya.
Unfortunately, he did not hit the boundary, so I will not be able to sing the song, guys. But thank you for the compliments on this stream. Obviously, we're more than happy to keep you guys engaged. If you guys feel like you have a lot of fun, I know Cricket Better for Life keeps joining us every day. We're really happy to see that. Hopefully, you guys go to cricketlounge.tv as well, and save the link in your browser so that you can join us for even more games in the future. Obviously, keep an eye out tomorrow as well. Make sure you click on that notification button so you can join us for the games tomorrow when we cover them live on
Thank you
the
so much,
YouTube
guys, for
channel.
having a great interactive session and for the predictions as well. We'll continue to have same type of conversations tomorrow. Please feel free to join us. Let's continue this
Yeah, have a nice day, guys.
match going. Yeah, thank you.